Swear I won't forget this. Why do I regret this? In my mind reckless, thoughts are feeling endless.
Kind of neat if they did that too.
We're admiring the truck just before we start talking about it. I first want to say that this is not any kind of paid advertisement or paid sponsor for the channel or this video. This is just a great local hobby shop. I put a link to their information in the description. This is just basically, they wanted to show off this beautiful truck, and they gave me the opportunity to do that. So that's what we are going to do today. And if you guys don't know this beautiful face, this is Thomas. Yeah, Thomas.
Hello.
But
I'm sure there's a lot of people that know me
yes,
for various reasons. Like, you know, my picture at the post office.
How about the one in the milk carton?
Oh, that was years ago.
Oh,
It
okay.
was years and years ago.
Man, that milk is old.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Jeez.
Expired a long time ago.
I'm gonna try to move this so that, oh boy,
Yeah, careful you don't pinch your hand on those
Yeah.
things.
bad things are happening. But I'm gonna move this only because
He
it'll
wants
probably,
to block how ugly I am.
Yeah.
I see.
yeah,
It's pretty neat.
I'm trying to, here, you grab the stand. All right, we're gonna do that.
Better sit.
Yes. So what we're also gonna do today too, since Fields allowed us to show this truck off, we're also going to give away a Fields winter hat, because if you are from Buffalo, you know winter's at least 6 months from letting up.
I mean, some people wear those hats year round too. So.
Yeah, they're called hippies. But Jay said, Tom, my buddy, nice to see you. I need one, but my wife will come in.
Well, yeah. You could do like what Mikey Rice is doing. I think he's just going to grab up a body, and there is a part number for the body. And I believe the clipless mounts and all of that can be got. Might even come as a kit for, you know,
Either
putting this
fenders
on
or something.
and
Yeah.
retrofitting. The only thing is you'd have to get, I believe, the longer links in the back, because this is, oh hell, let me grab a tape measure. The wheelbase is like the Chevys.
Yes, because it's got the lift on it, I think,
Yeah.
and the extended arms.
Tape measure.
What was it? What was that, Andrew? Jane needs a new life. I'm not saying nothing because just in case mine's tuning in. But we go back here.
13.5 for the wheelbase on this one. So if Jay, you were to do this on like your black Blazer, you might have to get longer. You have to get longer links, and it might be different inner fenders, or scooting them back a little bit, or something like that. But whatever, we can do whatever.
Right? I mean, the parts are readily available
Yeah.
anyways, so it's not like it's a big thing. But I mean, they did a good job with this body.
Yes, they
I
did.
mean,
Yes, they did.
which you pointed out, the rear tailgate is the chrome trim and stickers.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I mean, okay, they did so good on the side trim molding, but
We're
that back
talking about
one is just like a silver sticker. So take a heat gun on like little warm or hair dryer, hit it with that real quick, set it down, push it down real nice, and then I think it should stick pretty good.
that's awesome.
And then, yeah, I believe it's the same bumpers as the Bronco had. So,
It would have been nice to see them do like a raised. Yeah. Wouldn't that be fancy?
yeah, little letters.
Yeah, we were talking about
Chrome
it.
letters would be kind of neat for the front end.
If you know the older Fords, this sticker right here, they were actually single letters, and that would have just been
Yeah,
over the top. I mean, they did a good job on it, but
I believe, and you might have to just look around a little bit, there's got to be somebody that is doing,
they got to have
letters
some kind of raised, yeah.
and the Ranger XLT emblems on
If
the
you
side.
think about it, even 3D printed,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
it wouldn't
clean
take
them up.
much to make letters.
Right?
And I don't think it would really take too much to make the
For
Ranger XLT
Yep.
logo there too.
And like the other thing I mentioned is the mirrors. If they were chrome, that would have been a little bit better, but
Mhm.
obviously that's not a big deal because I mean, that can be done.
Yeah, but the mirrors do match the roll bar
They do.
and the
Yep.
sliders.
Yep.
So it has a good match of chrome and black around the
Yep.
whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, which we also talked about is they went with the Traxxas tires, the Traxxas brand. It would have been cool to see something from that era on this, but I mean, we come to expect it.
Yeah,
Normal.
yeah, they're gonna put a Traxxas tire on it.
Yes.
No doubt.
Yep.
And
I mean, it doesn't look bad. I mean, it gives
no,
that
and it's a really good performing tire too.
Right.
This one has always been awesome in the 1.9 version that they did on all the regular non-high trail stuff.
right.
And a lot of times I've seen people just cut that
Little
little,
nub.
yeah, that little house looking nub out of there, and you're pretty much got a rock solid tire. And for out of the box, that's saying something.
Oh, yeah.
For years now, all the tires that you get with your RTR usually go in a pile or go to the swap meet.
Yep. Yep. Next thing you know, you got a whole bike box of the same exact wheel and tire. You know, the old Axials with the Vulcan tires.
Yeah.
We all
Yeah.
have.
Falcon Wild Peaks, the Trepadors.
Yes.
Oh man. And you find them on trailers all the time now that people build up. They're like, I got 4 of these. Use them.
We have Mike Rice, who said, "How y'all doing tonight?" I think he's hitting on you, Tom.
Uh-oh.
I know you're kidding.
Sorry. I am taken.
Andrew, the tires are glued. as usual.
Yeah. Oh,
Yep, we
yeah.
were talking about that earlier as well.
It was, they knock it out of the park with the clipless mount system and all of that, and they still glue their tires. Where Axial came with that, it's like a 5 or 6 bolt bead lock on that old Bronco with the same style tire. And yeah, it would be great to see a 3-piece plastic bead lock at least.
Yeah, that was the same thing. Like I said, we talked about that earlier. And once again, I mean, obviously, when you're starting to create something nice, you have to cut corners in certain areas to keep the price. I mean, once again, I mean, if you had a beadlock wheel, would that have been an extra cost? Next thing you know, you're paying $650 for a truck, which
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, it's a major company, so we already know, we already know what that's gonna.
Yeah, they're just pumping these things out. Too.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Pump them right
Yep.
up.
But like you said, that axial early Bronco wheel would probably be a perfect fit for this.
Perfect one, for a 1.9 all day long, because
Yep.
these are 2.2s.
Yep,
2.2s at 5.3 tall, compared to like Traxxas's typical 1.9 at 4.7, I believe.
yeah, 475, I think it is.
And then, yeah, the blue looks good. I mean,
Yeah, it's Bigfoot blue.
I really hope they mailed one to Bob. Yeah, that would be just
Right?
friggin' awesome. And it looks like the first version of Bigfoot.
And I can't wait to see it. Like, these things look good with the Pro Light kit. The
Yeah,
one with the reverse lights and everything.
yeah.
I was watching a few videos and seeing the reverse lights on it and stuff. Where it
And
looks,
Greg was telling me back when, because I halfway have done the light kit in my Bronco. And I stopped to the point where I want to do filling in the marker lights with hot glue, and then you stick the bulb in, I believe is how the guy did it. Greg showed me the dude's video that did them, and it really helps make the light warm out the lens more
yeah,
rather
yeah.
than just be a straight solid LED beam coming out.
that makes sense.
And it makes them look way more realistic, way more natural of a light.
Yeah, instead of having one bright LED just
Mhm.
shining in the center.
Now, if they could do that warmish yellow in their LED kit,
Yeah.
oh
Yep.
man, like the Atlas has,
Yes. Yep.
those LEDs would be the hot note in this thing.
Yeah, that's what the HC6 Cross RC. That's how they lighten up.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, they got like an amber,
Yeah.
glow to them, and they're not just one beam. It glows the whole lens.
Mm-hmm. And I could really see some yellow KC highlighter light covers on this thing.
Yeah.
It needs that.
Let's see. Mike Krull said, "What's up?"
What's up, buddy?
Bet you never thought you'd see Tom on a live YouTube, huh?
Yeah, he was driving down the road and we saw this homeless guy sleeping in a ditch.
Yeah, I figured I had a
He's like,
van.
hey, you want to talk about crap?
I got out and said, hey, you hobo, do you want to come in? I got some bud and some energy drinks in the back, and he jumped right in the back of the van like it was nothing.
Warm place. Eat.
Now we got the munchies. What do you got to eat up there? A piece of pizza crust from underneath the seat.
Goldfish crackers from 1983. Yes.
Oh, what's that hair on it?
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's seasoning.
But one thing I am surprised at, I would have liked to see it come with the light kit already pre-installed, but once again,
they're
then the cost goes up, and then you're almost at your goal. Clipless body mounts. Can I reach over there? There we
Need
go.
some help.
Oh yeah, old age. It's creeping up. But I like the fact that the body isn't like a real thin. Like, remember when the Blazers and stuff came out where everything was paper thin?
Yeah.
These at least got some.
And honestly, with a little bit of drywall tape and shoe glue, you can toughen up that lower
Yep,
section
yep.
that's just a little flimsy.
Yep.
The rest of it's pretty rock solid. That front end has always been pretty good with the Bronco.
Yep.
It was always rock solid. And with this, I see less of the back end splitting like the Bronco
Right,
did
yeah.
through rollovers.
Yep. Remember right in that corner where the lights are, it always started
Mhm.
breaking. Yep. You just have to glue everything back together. Like I said, the body line is nice and thick. It's actually really, really, really solid.
Yeah.
They did a really good job on this.
And with a quick black marker down the center of that, it'll look like the rubber
Yep.
trim that's in there.
Yep.
That would look pretty good. A Sharpie marker on the mirrors could turn them silver
Silver,
in no
yep.
time.
Yeah, it wouldn't take much to
A couple
finish
of
it off.
small things with some markers and stuff like that, and a little bit of shoe glue, and the thing would probably be rock solid for a long ass time.
It'd be nice to untint the front window and open up the sides to do a nice little bucket seat inside.
Yeah.
Because the body is so nice that it would be nice to finish it off with a good interior.
They did the Bronco with clear windows. I don't know why they didn't
Yeah,
do this. It would have been pretty awesome to have clear windows.
Right.
And because I know there's guys out there that make the scale looking interiors, and you can do the
oh, yeah.
plaid. Can you imagine like the 2-3 color blue plaid in the middle of the seats on these?
Yep.
Oh, hell yeah.
The nice
Or get the nice big bench seat. Because it's the pickup, you should have a bench seat in it.
Oh, yeah.
And then do the nice wide pattern, or like friggin' Mexican blanket.
It'd be nice to also do the standard with the twin stick training,
Yeah.
something like that in there would be cool.
There's, let's see.
It's gotta be close with room, I know that.
It's gonna sit right around like there.
It'd be cool.
You could do some.
Yeah.
You might be better off doing like the bench seat with the, I don't know if they did the high commander console. If you had the console down,
Yeah.
that might hide enough of this battery tray.
Right.
But you could get down
Hold
2/3 of the way.
Yep. At least something where you look in the window and you actually
Yeah.
see something other than this,
I mean, the neat big square gauge cluster and all that.
Yeah.
It'd just be neat
Yeah.
to see.
Especially with some lights in it, ambient lights, because you never knew those things weren't bright in the middle of that.
No, you'd have to use like one LED for the whole gauge cluster so that the side ones are super dim.
Right.
Looks like you got one going in the middle.
There's always that one bright one compared.
Yeah, yeah. And it's over the gauge cluster, or the gauge one that has nothing in it. It's just the one with the star where the tach would have been.
You hit a bump and the radio starts chattering and shaking and you hear the loose change and the
ashtray.
ashtray. You can tell what kind of vehicles we grew up in.
Yeah.
Everybody's
shit
just
boxes.
everybody's just laughing because we're going in a rant of something funny that makes us laugh. Geeks stick together. Mike Crawl's laughing. Somehow somebody got called an old man.
Old man. Huh.
He must be talking about me.
I guess. I don't know. We're
Can't
showing our age.
really see her face underneath all that hair, so we don't know what's under there. So it seems like you actually like the body too, then, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah, I dig that thing a lot. That's definitely cool. The whole fact that they did the clipless mounting, which gives you a bunch more bracing inside of there,
Yep.
is going to be a whole new thing. And then this roll bar that's connected to some of the bracing. I mean, it's connected back here to
Right.
the clipless mount. It's got its own up here. It would have been kind of neat if this piece and this piece were one.
Yeah, to kind of give it that.
But
At least they straightened up some decent amount of the body.
it's pretty damn cool that these are connected right into here.
Right?
And I mean, that whole front end is pretty tough.
Right.
Pretty tough. And yeah, I'm guessing that the Bronco light kit will probably work with this thing then, because it's all the
Same
same
lights, pretty
same
much.
lights.
Yeah, because I know they got that. They were talking about the Pro Kit, which actually comes with all the sides. So, yeah, I seen we installed it, and then when you hit the reverse lights, and the reverse lights came on, it just made it even
Yeah.
better. It really did.
So yeah, they did
Jay
really
called
good
me-
with the body.
Jay called me old.
Oh, okay.
It happens.
Cool.
It
I'm
happens.
glad I'm not. I think I'm older than you. Anyway.
And just to let you know, I'm in a wheelchair. I'm not actually sitting on a regular chair.
How old are you?
41.
Ha! I'm older than you. I'm 43.
Yeah,
I'm glad to do that.
probably fart and dust. Jay must want something. Buttering you up for something.
A little bit of overmask still sitting on there. That's
We just want to let you guys know that I have
Oops, sorry, I'm breathing on the chrome. Sorry.
I have to take this in and get it detailed before I bring it back because I'm not allowed to put fingerprints on it, any kind of breathing on it. I'm not even supposed to be looking at it. So I don't know how I was supposed to do this video and without looking at it or touching it or feeling it. So I have invisible gloves on, just to let you guys know. But when he said don't get no fingerprints on it, I look at the bumper and I look at the hood when I take it out of the package. It looked like 5 million people were just poking it. Tom had to go pee. He's getting old. That truck is as cute as me. No, I'm just kidding. It's as cute as Tom. Just to let everybody know, Jay said he's older than both of us. Jay, I already figured. You look like you're not even a day over 70.
And the other color is this beautiful, beautiful brown.
Yes.
I think they pretty much got both colors pretty damn good.
Yeah, that brown is like.
I would love to see the brown one in person.
Yeah.
I think that would be just awesome looking. And that kind of looks like, you know, the crap that I remember when I was a little kid.
Yeah. And my buddy AJ, he actually had we used to call it bean skin. They had some, I think, bald groundhogs on it, and 38s, and then it was that brown color, and it was neat.
Yeah.
The thing was 100% not roadworthy at all, but because we're idiots and do that kind of stuff, we drove it on the road. Probably should have never been pulling the trailer or going over 55 on the over the Grand Island bridges. But you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do with antifreeze spraying in your windshield. But all in all, it was a solid truck.
Yeah.
Not so much. But
yeah, that's the two colors that are going to be available. I know the first two pre-orders that we took at Fields were for the brown color, and it seems like the brown is pretty popular. I'm digging on the brown.
I'm digging.
The blue is really good, really good. I can't wait to see what the brown.
Oh yeah, I think the brown actually had a metal flake to it.
Yes, it does. Yes,
and,
it does.
Which made it actually pop even
This
more.
does too. You gotta look. There's some in there, and it's
a
Bigfoot blue.
Yes. Yeah, almost an identical color.
And then in June, around here through Traxxas, we'll be able to get the black one.
Was that the June 1st release, I
I
think?
think so.
Pretty sure it was
I
June
heard June for the black one.
Yeah, because I think March 3rd is the
Release
Release
date
date.
for this.
and then I think it was June 1st.
Let's
that
hope
was-
that this comes in time, not like the M's.
Yes.
That
Yeah,
is-
yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah.
Jay told me to keep finger, and so I'm just putting extra fingers. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Yes. But I mean, the running gear is pretty much the same. They didn't really change anything other than putting the lift kit on it.
Yeah, it's just the lift kit for that, and then the 2.2s and the tires.
Which are one off. I think the wheel was specifically made for this.
Yes.
So
With center caps. The front center caps have what looks like a locking hub in them.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can see right there. It
The
looks like a
center
little worn
caps
hat, worn hub.
Include a 6-lug bolt pattern on them, which is correct for the 150 back then.
You still got the same XL5.
Yeah,
And
XL5, and then
normal Traxxas
21 turn.
550 can.
Yep. 2065 Ace for the little servos, and then they're giving you the 2075X steering servo with the metal horn again, which they started giving you the metal horn on, I believe it was the new Broncos were the first ones to receive the metal horn on them from the factory. And that was one of the biggest upgrades you could do to the thing to just make it way more trouble-free.
Yeah, but I mean, if anybody knows Traxxas, they already know to, your shift servos are usually the first things to go, and
I
But
have not had a problem with mine in my Bronco yet, and I pummeled the crap out of that thing.
I think it was,
mean,
what was it? I think they were burning out because people were playing with the adjustments and then they would never get
yeah,
the trim
you
working.
can't. You kind of got to. There's a video online. I think it might even be right straight from Traxxas, how they show you to adjust them things, where to clock that on the servo horn there.
We got Mike Krall agreeing,
Yeah.
not a Ford fan, but this is a nice looking rig. Definitely digging the brown as well. Want to know why I think we're all digging the brown? Is because it's a color that you don't see too often released.
Yes.
And that, like knowing the era, that's the reason why I like the brown. But also, it's because when you see things that are released, they're always brown, white, black, red, green. You know,
There's so many red.
and there's not much green, but now green is starting to become a color, you know?
They, Ford in the 70s did this like metallic green color. It was kind of like Crayola box green.
Is that the deeper one?
The deeper one.
Yep.
And then if they did one of these in that green, that would have been pretty dang cool. The farm down the road from me had these trucks. It was that dark green with the mint green in the middle, and it was just cool looking.
Yep.
And I saw he had a fleet of them things. There had to be 8 of them trucks of various 150, 250, two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive.
I always also like the dark blue with the lighter blue in the center.
Yep. And Greg was telling me at the store the other day about.
Greg just said, "What's up, boys? Tom's a star."
I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
But Greg was telling me about one of his buddies had one. It was the Camper Special, and down in the box underneath like the bed floor had these little boxes that would open up on the side of the bed.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. The Camper Specials had these little boxes down there.
I never
you
realized
could stow
that.
away a little bit of stuff. Yeah, super cool looking.
I remember the Camper Specials, but I don't remember that ever being on there.
Mm-hmm.
No kidding.
I don't know if it was strictly for the long box version though. I'm not sure.
Right.
But
My buddy Rich said hi. Hey, I just want to let you guys know too. Sorry, Tom, didn't mean to interrupt you.
You're good.
So I'm going to do a screen share here real quick. Share the screen. Sorry, I talked to myself. Giveaway tool. Okay. I'm going to add this to the stream, but I'm going to blow it up. So basically what this is, if you type in that word under match text, it says fields, as in fields hobby. So just type FIELDS, and we are going to give away, since Fields was nice enough to borrow this truck and do this video. We're going to give away Fields Hobby winter hat, like I said, because we still have 9 months of winter left. And we want you to be warm. So, and I think if some of you guys were on here last time, you know how it works. Basically, it records everybody that types that in. And at the end, it automatically does the draw. So, you know, it's completely programmed. I don't have no say in it. So therefore, everybody gets a chance. So we'll keep that on as we keep touching the truck, and then give it back with fingerprints and stuff all over it.
I did not lick the truck.
Not since we've been on video, but before the video, there are some secret spots to that truck.
So yeah, they still give these braces in between the shock towers, and you can do whatever mounts as well. But being a 13.5, it's going to be tough to find bodies.
Right.
If you were so inclined to ever want to change the body, I
think I see a scratch on the hood.
Hey. Stop looking there then.
I think it says that was there.
Yeah.
That was already there.
Yeah.
Light bar on this thing is not functional. It probably wouldn't take much to hide some wires and kind of
Give them time.
Yes.
Give them time. They will.
Are these
probably
actually
slightly hollow to hide lighting, or are they solid?
Looks like it is solid. I was trying to see if they unscrewed, but it doesn't.
It might be the whole thing that comes right off of the bottom
Yeah,
of
it
the
looks.
bar.
Yeah, it looks like you unscrew it here and then these come out.
They might just be pinched in between.
Yes. Yep. That's
They
what it
might
looks like.
just do wiring down, and then
Yeah, it
they'll
wouldn't
probably make you do a little hole down here next to one of them, and
wouldn't take much to make
No.
the lights functional.
no. And I know Traxxas does sell a 4-strand of clear LEDs.
Yes.
You can always just, if you're crafty and don't mind cutting into stuff, you can always make them functional.
Right. Yeah. Definitely wouldn't
Nothing
take much.
is impossible.
Greg, it will buff out.
Yeah.
Not this one. Not that one. That one ain't buffing out.
Oops.
Honesty is the best policy. But
It's always better to ask for forgiveness.
right. Well, just in case you didn't know how the actual clips work, you just basically there's tabs here and then there's holes in here. Basically, it literally lines right up. You just push it down, it clips right in, and then you just pull these tabs out and unlock it. Really, really simple. Looks really good. If you flip it over while it's on there, you really can't tell they're on there.
It just kind of blends in with everybody.
Right. All right.
Yeah, I believe they're 110 millimeter shocks on them. Hey, look at me, I'm saying
Told you it's addictive.
No, I was watching a few days ago. Matt from Scale Builders Guild had a What's on the Bench, and this was in the background, but it was real low.
Yes,
And then he
I
did
remember that.
another What's on the Bench, and he talked about it, and he did the SSD portal deletes and the 90 mil shocks. And after seeing that, I really kind of dug what he did with that. And you could do the same stuff on the Chev and make yourself one badass looking Chevy pickup. I thought the Ford looks awesome, and it sucks, man, because I really want to do the Chev and the Ford both low.
That's all right. Thanks. I like lights way too much. Yeah, I do too. And these being lit up would be cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, that complete light kit would just make this thing stand out.
Hey, maybe they're going to do a pro scale kit that's going to have
The option to
them
light it.
for
Yeah.
in the pro scale kit on like a switch or something like that. I think that the Traxxas winch controller also has some switching on it for lights or something.
Yes, it has. So it has an auxiliary for the winch, or you can run the piggyback the auxiliary for something else.
Yeah,
So you can have a switch for the lights or whatever.
That
You
would
put on a
be-
separate channel.
That'd
Yep.
be so cool to be able to have the regular lights on and then go creeping into the woods and hit the light bar.
Yep.
And that would it would make videos look so much more realistic and just damn cool.
Yeah, especially where some of the places we go, where you go from the dark to the sunlight to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like down in the creek, going
Yes.
to the Eternal Flame there.
Yep. When you go
A lot
down.
of times we'll just go and go to the bottom and go right. Shh, don't go right. It's a great place to go because it's just super fun and it's less travel. So it's more single track style path. And you find places where these things fit perfectly up and
Yes,
around.
yep.
And
And then they have a little waterfall too that you can actually crawl through the little waterfall. There's like a high section and a low section, and then there's one hill that everybody has to try to do that side hill. And we were there probably just before Christmas, I think we went there.
Yeah.
And the hill's diminishing. So it's even tougher now,
Yeah.
which is all right.
Yeah, it's really fun to go once you get down to the creek to go right, and you can go and nerd out way more on that side and not be bothered by people
Right.
walking through and
Yes.
being in their way.
Yep.
Because
You
that's
have,
the last thing I want to do is be trying to get some cool pictures and then a group of people are walking through and I'm all clogging the area on them. I don't want to do that to people.
and that's the worst part about going down the hill.
Yeah.
Because, that's the main entranceway, and then,
Mhm.
people are bringing their kids to the eternal flame, and then next thing you know, it's just a crowded mess. We got
people well, whenever we go there, there is always people that are walking down there that are not part of our group that are
Yes.
just with their phones. Oh my God, this is so cool. I can't believe you
Yep.
guys are doing the, do you mind if I take videos? And they're
Yeah.
already taking videos. We're like, dude, no problem.
Yep.
And then kids are just like, oh my God, trucks.
I want one.
Yeah, yeah. And I honestly should have a stack of Fields business cards when I go there and just hand them out to people if they're asking.
Yeah, that's what we always tell it. Well, that we always try to say it.
Mhm.
Stop on out to Fields, and they'll be able to. Tom will be able to help you out.
Yeah.
Dave, not so much. Dave, yeah, there's something wrong with that guy. I'm kidding, Dave. Calm down.
We love Dave. We love Dave.
It looks like Jay said, "I'll buy it at a discount." Too many people putting their hands and fingers on it.
This one's already, I think this one might be taken.
Yeah.
I heard this one was already reserved for
Some guy.
somebody.
Yeah. Poor people.
Yeah. I don't remember
No, I don't think there's a name on it.
that little clip for the servo wire there, which
Oh, yeah,
keeps
I
it
don't remember.
out of
I
the
thought
way, tucks it so nicely.
Wasn't it a zip tie at one time or something?
No, they always had these little retention things like this,
Yeah, I remember that.
but I don't remember that little clip. I'm gonna have to look on my Bronco to see if that's there, but that might be, I don't know, I
Might
could
be
be
a-
dumb and
Yeah,
I
but
could be wrong, but that's awesome, just to
Yeah.
keep that wire
So
out of the
basically,
way.
what he's talking about is, I can't wait to figure out how to use an overhead camera. But right back here where the servo wire comes out, there's a tab that we don't remember if it's on there. It might be on Mike Rice's
Chevy High Trail.
Yeah, but
I don't know if it was on my Bronco or not. I could run and grab the thing real quick and we could see.
I don't think I'm not going anywhere.
No.
I'll just look at it.
Not with me sitting here at
I'll
least.
just pretend the screen is frozen.
Oh, like Narvor?
See how long everybody tunes in. All right, Mike Rice, what do you got? I'm really thinking about it on my Chevy with the 2.2 and a 419 stretch. Or you just get another set of wheels and do it and then have a spare set. So if you want to go out, that's why I still got a spare set of the Sen wheels, just in case I want to throw the dually wheels back on and I have a set. So that's always a good idea. Let's see here. I've been scooping out the ridge all year since moving up here. Found an awesome off the grid small scale creek I've been driving. Yeah, we go down by shelter 31 and take the trail down the creek sometimes too, because there's an upper trail that's all dirt and everything that you can follow for a while. And then most of the time, if the creek is somewhat dry, you can walk the creek all the way back. And there's usually only one hard part. One hard part is there's a pretty deep drop, but that's always a fun place too, especially if you want to just spend a day and just goof off. That's usually a really, really good spot.
It is in there. It's on the Bronco, so it's got to be on all of them.
Yeah,
I must just be dumb.
I just don't remember it being on my Sport either. So
Yes.
maybe not the Sports, but I mean, I'll have to go home and check on mine now. But like I said, they always did a good job hiding all the wires though.
Yeah.
I mean, everything was always neat and clean and organized.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of sticklers for trying to keep the wiring tucked in places
Right.
and
And I like the fact that most of them have when you run the lights to
Extra
the
stuff,
back
yeah.
or whatever you do, you know what I mean? You always have extra.
If you want to do like, stuff that's going to stick on the chassis, like the rock lights.
Right,
Doing the rock lights, a lot of these clips come into play.
right.
And
And that
then
would
this
be nice
over
on
here is that little wiring box.
Yep,
You pop the 2 screws in the battery tray, you lift that
Yep.
up. It pretty much works its way up like nothing. Sorry about knocking the table there. I'm a
that's
jerk.
okay. I don't think they noticed it. Did did the table shake? Did the camera shake?
It's not an earthquake. Don't worry, people. But yeah, I mean, a pretty much tried and tested design. It would be neat to see a new chassis come out from Traxxas.
Right,
That would be kind of cool. They've been running this one for, it's been a while. It's definitely been a while with this chassis. They've done a lot with it. There's got to be, what, 8 different bodies now?
yeah, I mean, pretty much anything TRX4, whether it's been the sport and so on, has been identical.
Fender Tactical. Then
Yeah,
Sport. Then 3 Blazers, if you really want to look at it. You had the square body one,
Yes,
and then the 69 and the 72, which were body kits.
yep.
And then you had,
Your tactical.
there was a second Blazer. Then there was the High Trail Shove, and now the High Trail. This is 10.
Yes,
This is 10 different bodies that they've done on this chassis, which along the lines, they've done some pretty neat improvements like the clipless body stuff. It would be really cool if they did you could probably buy the front piece and retrofit it onto the Broncos.
yeah, to
And
be honest
then
with
just
you,
have
yeah.
to do something in the back to make that
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, in the inner,
And you might be actually better off coming off of the back panel and then doing something
Just
clipping
the
around the
inside,
bumper
yeah.
mount or
Yep.
something like that.
Yep,
And that way you kind of bring the body down, latch it
Latch
into
it
the
in,
back and get it to catch over and go click. And you
which
can,
wouldn't be bad either.
no, and then if you're running the spare tire setup that they do on the Bronco, it
Yeah.
adds a bunch more plastic in the back. If you do the light kit, that even adds more
More,
plastic in
correct.
the back. Makes the back end pretty tough. I would just do shoe glue and drywall tape up in there. But
Right.
yeah, this thing is fantastic with no post anywhere. Now, one of these
Yeah,
days,
like
if
that-
they could just get to doing, they could have done a lower top shock mounting position, ran a 90 mil, got rid of these and did a full depth bed.
Yep,
That would have been pretty awesome. At least bring it down to the top of the battery clip, which,
so it at least had some depth to
I
it.
mean, you could
know?
rework this a little bit too and get a,
And then that goes back to the.
they're not
original.
gonna.
Yeah,
they're
I was
not
gonna say,
because it's
yep.
parts that work. They know
And
these
it's
parts
tried and
work.
true, and you know what, I guess don't fix what ain't broken,
Exactly.
is
Exactly.
what I'm gonna say. And is that where you're doing the live pull from? Yes, I
Yeah.
figured I would set Tom up with something if we're gonna do this more often. We have, so I brought him a backdrop and a stand so that we can do something for the polls with some
Now
kind of
it's
banner or
official.
something. Yeah, now it almost looks like we know what we're doing.
Yeah,
Instead of
I wouldn't go that
pretend-
far.
Yeah, I know, because you did say an and I said a couple
Yeah.
so now I just said some more.
I'm sorry.
Let's see, did I miss anything out? I answered, I answered that. Everybody's typing in fields now, okay, so it is recording, just so that you guys can see it.
And then,
So there's
you
4
know,
views that said that. So remember, type in fields. And that,
we should have the keyword be one of these times. Just
we'll
like,
just get everybody saying,
yeah. Just like what Jay commented right there. Oh, there might be
JP.
Mr. Pauly.
Who's mad? It's tiny trucks. Can't be mad.
And like Western New
Would
York
this be a
RC
tiny
was
truck?
saying,
Would this
be a
tiny
medium truck.
That's, yeah, we got a schmedium. This is the old schmedium truck. We got a schmedium truck.
Like Western New York RC was saying on there, been scoping out the ridge a bunch. There's a bunch of neat places down here in the South Towns too.
Yeah, and that.
Sprague Brook is a beautiful place with
Yes.
a whole variety of things that you can go and do. It doesn't matter kind of whatever you're into.
If you want to just cruise around by the creek and the bridge, you got that. Then you can go up the hill on the other side, make that left and take that easy trail for the kids and stuff. Or you go to the right and go that one spot that we found, remember, we're going along the edge and all those roots, tree roots.
Yeah.
That's a good spot.
Yeah, the place where Deemer. Yeah, don't be drinking right now. But the place where Deemer.
Why don't we
You're
always
standing
go
there
back
watching
to this?
your brother and someone
Mike
else
Crowley,
driving down.
He thought Mike
And
Crowley.
he's watching, and all of a sudden, Kroll's girlfriend Kate and I are looking, and here goes a truck, a 6x down the hill. And we're like, And we both look over and we see Mikey Kroll's truck sitting there fine. And we're like, wait a minute, that's Deemer's truck. And then like 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. Oh, that's mine. And I'm like, oh boy.
What is that story always?
And it's just monster trucking down the hill. And it was just so funny.
And then what's he trying to do? He tries to put it back on the trail and gun it up the hill. Oh, hey, and look at this. JP's trying to be a cheater. They live in the same household. Are they? Oh, that's cheating. Oh, man. Actually, that's smart. That's clever.
Yeah,
Now he's got 2 chances of winning something.
Getting
Springfield.
2 stoned with 1 bird, right?
What's going on, Steve? So Springfield Dam. I don't think I've ever been to Springfield.
Is that Scobie Hill Dam, I believe?
I know where Scobie Hill is on by the
I
bridges.
believe
there.
that's where he's talking about.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I like
that's
Scobie Hill. I haven't been
Springfield.
there. Yeah, I haven't been there in a while.
Yeah, I remember you were telling me the one time you were going there with
Yeah,
the family.
and I did some drone footage and did some pictures.
That's another thing that Sprague Brook's good for too, is drones and
Yes.
flying. There is a bunch of big areas. You just gotta not
careful.
try to buzz other people's stuff and that, but everybody loves to park right at the bridge and play right
Yep.
there. When I first got into all of this stuff, like again in like 2017, 2018, really got into RC crawlers and stuff. I met up with the scalers at Sprague Brook for their springtime, get everybody out, get everybody together. I believe there was 114 vehicles put together in a line for the group photo. And this was just a get together. And I saw this and I'm just like, oh my God, that is so cool that there's all these people. Right. And the one thing, I'm sorry if I'm butchering his name, Joe Kuhara or whatever, he had a SCX 10 based 6x6 with a, I believe, Tamiya Bullhead, which was the semi monster truck based on the Clodbuster. He had that cab on there and it was so badass looking. I'm like, dude, that's cool. I mean, I rolled in with my Toyota that I spent way too much damn money on and just blindly threw stuff at it and just made a dumb truck that's way too tall and didn't really crawl for shit. No, but it was cool.
At least the half-cut Suburban looks looks a little bit more, trail friendly. But
yeah, that 6x from Joe's is one that I, vividly remember from that meet. And I'm just like, man, this is cool stuff. But yeah, Sprague Brook has been a place that those guys have gone to a long time. And
the only thing I got to say about that is watch when you're flying the DJI drone, because I flew my Mavic in the tunnel and I literally lost reception and everything. So I had to get down there and actually, for some reason, I don't know why, but it wiped out my Mavic Pro.
I could see that being a metal corrugated pipe
It did not, yeah, it did not like that. It got in the center and just started, I don't know, doing the Dougie or
Weird
whatever.
out.
It was doing the wave. She's got trucks too. I know, I was kidding. Stop yelling at me. Neil, what did I miss? You missed this and that.
Hey, you're not missing much here.
But,
folks.
we were just going over the new F-150 and pretty much we think it looks really good.
Yeah, it's a good looking truck.
There's really nothing too crazy as far as anything you would hate on it. Maybe the normal $550 price tag, which I think I just answered somebody else's.
Yeah, somebody was asking the price on it.
That would be JP. It's about $550, the normal price for most of these trucks. And to be honest with you, I mean, I don't really want to spend the money on one, but I mean, it's definitely worth it. Just like everything else from Traxxas.
I want to say that the regular Defender, new Bronco, regular old Bronco are all $459, and then
you think
you buy the lift kit, which is a little over $100.
Then
This one comes with the lift kit already and the bigger wheels and tires for $100. You buy one of these, it's kind of like getting the wheels and tires for free.
Yep.
So
Especially if you, to be honest with you, if you get one of these, the body itself is worth it. I mean, it really is a good job.
super detailed. The Ford
Yes.
fans are gonna love it. Love it.
Andrew is the body. Yes, body is clipless.
Yes.
Like we said before, the clips are underneath, built right into the actual inner fenders.
I have a feeling they're
Easy
going
to
to
slide
continue
in.
to do clipless on all of their crawlers from now on.
And that's where they're killing it. I mean,
It started with the new Bronco, I want to say.
Yes.
I
Yep.
think the new Bronco started with them, then the High Trail Chev, and now this.
Yep.
So
definitely
that's-
clipless. Andrew James, yeah, it's like the Bronco. Yeah. So sorry, Mike Grace, I didn't see that you answered it already. As well, at the bike park, I crashed my drone in there also. Yeah, I've had some issues over there too. So now I try to, Spragbrook doesn't have many issues, but it does actually, are we trying to cover my face now?
No.
Just doing stuff?
Yeah, just giving folks a little
Look at that
look
rear
of
end.
how the back end looks.
That is a nice rear end.
Try to keep
That
the
is-
glare to a minimum there. Right there looks pretty good. But yeah, you can see, the full tail lights and the Ford emblem on the tailgate. I was saying before that the chrome trim here and down here is just a sticker.
Yep.
So maybe a little bit of heat with the hair dryer or a heat gun, and that'll help that lay down and adhere and hopefully lock in the glue a little bit.
I do have to say that, I mean, around their window stickers for the windows, I mean,
Little chrome trim looks
Yeah.
good.
and
Looks
it's not
really
like
good.
peeling, like where you get some of these vehicles and all the stickers are starting to peel off the window.
Yeah.
You got just a little bit over there.
No, and it's all printed onto one, so it's not like it's a few
Correct.
stickers either.
Like I said, I mean, even how sometimes around the curves you have the
Yes.
peeling, and
Yes,
this
which,
one's not doing it. It looks really good. They did a really good job.
well, their adhesive is pretty dang
Oh, yeah.
strong too. They've
Oh, yeah.
always had, because of all their ready to run stuff, they've always had pretty good luck with, I really haven't seen a Traxxas sticker lift. It's more or less
usually-
locked on there.
Yeah,
like
usually if you
iron.
scratch it, it scratches it. Yeah, it doesn't even
Yeah.
think about peeling or
No.
nothing. I wish most vehicles would come with that because
And I'm assuming with like a heat gun, you can get these window stickers
Better,
off,
yeah.
and then with some work inside, there's all different methods of that. I don't really condone any of them because
Right.
a lot of them, the method ends up with a foggy look to the
Yeah.
window. I
which
can't-
in certain areas and cases it may match. It may match, but it
Yeah.
depends on how bad. Because what you really needed to do is do
fog
around.
on the edge, yes, but a lot of
It feels
times your work ends up, you end up rubbing a bunch in the middle,
Yeah.
and the middle becomes foggy and the edges are clear.
It's like when you tell
It's
your
like
kid
the window's all fogged up and before you hit the defroster.
it's like when you tell your kid to go wash your windows, and next thing you know, they're out there with steel wool scratching a hole. I got it, Dad.
The guys in the concrete crew scraped the ice off the inside of the one work truck with a crushed up soda can. They tried to get the edge as flat as they could. There's all these scratches. I went to pull a prank the one time and spray that snow in a can on the windows. I shouldn't have, because the guys would take muddy and concrete encrusted gloves and wipe the windows. So they were just embedded with scratches, and all these white lines came out from after I cleaned the fake snow off of it.
Oops.
Yeah, oops. But yeah, this thing looks damn good. It looks like a lifted pickup truck from the 70s
Yes.
and 80s that you would see rolling around. That wheel is perfect. The color is perfect.
Yeah.
The roll bar looks perfect. And just a good looking truck.
This one almost looks like it needs the full chrome grille.
Mm.
I don't know why, but I think it was the full chrome grille.
And then the bezels around the headlights would be aluminum, like a
Yes.
not a
like
polished, but a
yeah.
brushed.
Yep. So, I mean, I just spun it this way, and I was looking at the grill, and
I do like the contrast though. The
I do.
contrast
I do
looks
too.
good.
Yep.
It's a real good look that way.
It's only really because I'm a little, I look for weird things like that I remember as a kid seeing some of these trucks have.
And I believe
That's just me. It's
if
nothing
Greg's
to do
still
with.
watching, he was saying that this was, I forget what movie he was saying this was the truck from too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Greg probably went to bed at 7:30.
Oh yeah.
He had to go night.
Well, Sue's probably making something damn good for him to eat.
Again, look what I said. What did I say earlier? Needs a set of groundhogs.
Groundhogs. Yep.
We were talking about
You
that
know it.
earlier.
You
Yep.
know it.
So I mean, good 38 to 40-inch groundhogs just tearing up the road.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Steering wheel doing this.
Yep. Starts floating. Oh, that's funny. What happens if I'm on camera? Shine can't possibly show off my project.
Just picture Corey naked. You'll be fine.
I picture myself naked and I don't even want to look at the camera. That's why I'm looking at the laptop. It's scary. Not much to see. But
I don't know. There's honestly, Jay, it's no big deal. It's just like, I don't know. It's like there's some junk sitting over there that, oh, okay, it's recording. Big friggin' whoop.
to be honest with you, the worst part about doing this is the first few minutes leading up to, oh man, you're going live.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, it's really, if you think about it, the viewer count isn't always extreme. I mean, I think the one viewer count I had the most was on 32. Like I said, we're not a huge channel. Hopefully, maybe someday.
Some point, yeah, it'd be cool. It'd be really cool to see everything grow around here with all the different aspects of RC.
Correct.
And I've told a few people to get on your stuff and comment about it. The Carroll boys that I saw at the toy show,
Right.
they're real big into the racing scene, and I'd love to get them on one of your shows,
Right.
talking about it, just promoting that part of the hobby because they know a bunch about it.
Correct.
And it's cool to have somebody that's into it, that knows a bunch about it, and just come on and yammer away for a while.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I mean, if you think about it, it's really, most of the people that you guys are seeing in the chats are all people that we've all met over the years.
Right.
So it's literally like we are at a meet talking to a bunch of people. The only difference is when Andrew comes on here, he's not sleeping in a truck. He's actually commenting. You know where? You know what I'm talking about. So basically, it's just really like we'll have to reminisce on some of those. But anyways, let's Yeah, Jay, it's really nothing. The first few minutes leading up to it hitting live, you're like, you know, you don't know what you're going to say. You don't know what you're going to do. When I'm doing this myself, it's a little bit weirder because you actually have to do all the talking.
Yeah.
You guys help with the questions, and Andrew, JP starts laughing because I think he knows what we're talking about. And Andrew, no cookies for me.
No cookies.
No cookies. But like I said, it's actually not bad at all. Especially like I said, if you have somebody that you know and you're just bouncing things off of.
Yeah.
It's simple. It
Kind
really
of
is.
like just hanging out and talking with someone. And I've talked to more people at a lot of these meets than that. And
I talk to myself a lot too. So.
I do. I mean, it depends.
The guy I talk to, man, he's
It
not.
depends if I feel like being a dick to myself or not. So, you know, if I end up arguing with myself a little bit, yeah, whatever. It's cool.
Here goes
We'll fight it out.
Mike Crawl. Andrew. It's so funny. We don't even have to tell the whole story.
No.
It's just everybody knows.
Hey, worst case Ontario, he was in good hands with all of us. There was no big deal there.
Yeah, no,
We
yeah.
weren't going to leave him there to just like, he was in good hands.
Yeah, yep. We only drew a couple things on his face that he didn't catch, so
Right.
it's
And I
okay.
think there was still plenty of food afterwards.
Well, yeah, I remember saving some just in
Saving
case
them
he ever
for you.
woke up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He needed it.
Yeah, I didn't know if he was gonna wake up that day or the next day, but I was
Right,
gonna make
right.
sure there was something for him. But once again, I mean, we want to thank Fields for allowing us
Yeah.
to do this. Like I said, this is not, you know, we didn't get paid for this. There was no transaction. We just, you know, talked to him and told him this was a awesome truck. We kind of came up with a yes and no, and they allowed us to take it. Really stinks because if you guys ever want to see this demo, I mean, you're gonna have to find me because I don't think it's going back to them. I'm kidding. It'll be there on a couple months.
Yeah, I think in order for me to be allowed there, I got to make sure that this thing does make it back. I'm sorry, man.
I know. But
You might have to wait just like everybody else.
see, even if you operate a YouTube channel, we're
Well,
all the same.
you operate one at this caliber,
Yeah.
you don't get free stuff.
Yeah, no.
When you're a hack,
I'm
you
just-
don't get free stuff.
Yeah. What are you trying to say?
What? I'm saying when you're a hack, you don't get free stuff.
But once again, I mean, this thing is no stickers for the mirrors. Obviously, most of you guys know they're probably good plastic.
Oh, the wipers, you mean?
Yeah,
Not the mirrors.
the whippers.
Yes.
Oh,
mirror-
careful! I don't want to get blamed for that.
I didn't do nothing. That was my knuckles. I was cracking my knuckles. But yeah, the wipers are chrome plastic, and they got that neat old little brace underneath to strengthen that up.
Door handles do pop out. They're another piece of plastic.
Yeah, they're
Chrome plastic.
mirrors are pretty tough. I know that. The ones on my Bronco have not left the body yet, so that's cool. The whole plastic down the side is actual plastic.
Yep.
That was my one beef with the Chevy, is that they never did actual plastic trim down the side. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
always just
Yep.
sticker.
Yep.
And it would have been really cool if they would have done plastic trim also. But yeah,
I mean, I like the fact that it's raised out too.
Yes.
It really does blend in with the style back then.
and let's see here. Do this. Nope, leave that there.
Oh, you're gonna flex it?
And see this there. It gets
There's
a
a
pretty
decent
good
amount of
amount
flex.
of.
But does
Yes,
it hit the
there.
body?
Oh, yes, there
Yep.
is a severe amount of tire rub if you were gonna
Yeah.
even think about trying
what
to
we're-
turn left.
So what we're trying to say is, if this thing's, oh man, we're messing things all together.
We're gonna put this up here, do this over here.
This is our first time doing it at Tom's. We'll perfect this too.
But
Okay, now, right here, if you go to turn already, just
Immediate
from,
rub.
just a tiny bit to the, to the left, and it's already destroying the whole body.
And the back one here is tucked perfectly.
Inside,
Back on the driver's side is tucked perfectly into that wheel well.
Yep.
So
there's some shock
would-
adjustments that need to be made up there.
a little bit for this tire.
Yes, yep,
So if you were gonna run a different size tire on the smaller tire, like a 4.7,
that's what I would say. 4.7 groundhog
Yeah.
would be perfect on this.
Yep.
It would match that 30. Let's say that. Well, I mean, if you actually go by, the actual
Well,
measurements, it would
honestly, these things are more 8th scale than anything.
Right.
It's not really 10th,
be. So if you
and that's a lot of really.
so if you
dumb
think
math.
about it, it's like running a 48-inch tire.
You don't got your grade 10, so I mean, you can't figure out what.
One guy got my grade 9.
I know,
Yeah,
it's tough.
it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad when Ricky's smarter than I am. But
I mean, I think I'm smarter than this tape measure, but I don't know about this thing. It's got electronics in it.
I don't know about the stand because the stand has a purpose. I don't have one of them yet. But yeah, once again, this will just by doing this, it literally is tearing up the body.
Yeah.
So definitely gonna have to adjust the suspension in the front, or once again, change up the tires, which is not needed. It's just something that, we're talking about. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, the links look good. I really don't
It's
see
their
any-
typical
Yeah, I
steel
don't
links
see-
that they do. Those rod ends are awesome.
How's the weight balance, like the weight distribution?
Probably not horrible, and
Yeah, it's,
just a touch lighter because there's less plastic than like the Bronco. That's about it.
I mean,
It's probably going to be about the same as the Chevy truck.
the weight in the front seems to be a little bit more than the back. So, I mean,
That's going to help for climbing.
yep. So, I mean, it's not like it's not that much, but it is noticeable. But once you put the battery in the center, who the
It's gonna
heck
throw a
knows
little
where
bit
it's going to,
back.
yep,
Yep. And I believe if you get the Traxxas link, you can mess around with some settings as well. I don't know if you can adjust drag brake on these or not. I forget.
I'm pretty sure because
I
Yeah,
don't
'cause it's
know if you can or not, but it is the
it's a TQI receiver.
TQI receiver
So I think
and
it should.
XL5 HV.
Oh, yeah.
So it's the 3-cell running.
Mike
speed
Crowell,
control.
you might know that. You might know that answer, or do we got to repeat it?
Does anybody know if you can adjust drag brake with the Traxxas link in that on these?
Yeah, I can't remember. I thought you could.
Greg would be the guy to know because
Yeah.
he knows that stuff
But
really,
Greg
really
Greg
well.
fell asleep, so we
Oh,
can't.
yeah.
Yeah, that's nap time. He's at 99. Gotta go.
Too many Blumkis. Too many Schnitzengrudens for Greg tonight. That's what it was.
He said he's got Dave coming over for a private party.
Ooh, gee. I'm glad tomorrow's Sunday. I don't want to hear about that.
But yeah, no, like I said, I mean, we didn't really have much to talk about. This was pretty much all we really had to talk about because there's no real big events coming up other than
That's
that looks
full
good, too.
squat with,
That looks mean.
yeah.
Yeah, that looks mean.
Here, let me move
But,
this
just
stand.
give me that. I'll put it on the floor or something.
Stand out the way, and then, sorry, I'm putting fingerprints on the bumpers. My big ugly hands, but yeah, that looks pretty dang good. Tickle, tickle.
But yeah, it actually looks like an old kind of monster
That's a
truck.
good looking side
Yeah.
profile right there.
Yep. Yeah,
That's
definitely
full
looks good.
squat, me holding them down. Let's see if I can do the same here.
Yeah, that looks
And
angry.
that looks
That looks
angry. This thing, that look right there reminds me of the old 80s toys, the
Yes.
SST muscle machines.
Yep,
had
where they
the
were
big
lowered
foot.
and just angry looking.
Yeah, the Bigfoot just
Yep.
wheels were squished right down into the wheel wells. It's got a good look to it.
Yeah. Either if you go the high point or you go to
Yeah.
create that lower.
All the way up. And then
Oh, yeah, see it,
all the way down.
either way you
It's
put it,
damn
that
good,
truck's
too.
gonna look good. Like I said, the only thing you're gonna have to watch is the
That
front
fender rub.
tires.
Yep.
That's really all you gotta worry about. And it's not worth cutting or
But-
trimming the body because,
This ain't a comp crawler. This
No,
is a trail truck.
correct. Yep.
Trail truck.
And when
Locking diffs, two-speed transmission. Two-speed transmission is awesome in these things.
yes,
It's got a perfect ratio each way, and an X550 system is lethal in these things.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
but the thing is, you don't really
Well,
have to, you know?
I know, but the low end of that
Oh, yeah.
X stuff with that FOC, man, is that cool. That is so cool. Any of the Hobby Wing systems
Yeah.
are really, really awesome for these trucks. I know there's a bunch of you out there that rock Hobby Wing in their stuff.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing, like Mikey
Oh.
Rice was saying, that if you want to run the Pro Scale lights, you gotta have the brushed motor because of the forward and reverse
Yes.
stuff. And it works off of, I guess you tie into the motor wires. So,
Makes sense.
yeah, unless they,
Which, to be honest with you, I mean, you don't need much more unless
No.
you plan on destroying the truck. I
No.
mean, if you think about it,
but
it's
I'm
nice
just
to have
saying,
those if you.
well, what I'm saying the brushless is badass for is that whole FOC
Yes.
stuff, and where you can just grab a little bit of throttle
And it
and it just creeps.
Yep.
And the videos for that with this thing looking so realistic
Right.
and doing something like that, it's just, it would make for amazing looking
Yeah.
videos.
That's like when me and Mike Rice went out. Sorry, Mike Rice. If you know what I was doing all day, you would know that I'm a little slow.
All day, all night.
Yes, yes. I mean, to be honest with you, my neck doesn't hurt, so we're all right.
Yeah,
We're
right.
doing good. So, yeah, when we took the Chevys out, he took the, well, I took the Axial 40th anniversary, and he took his. That was fun.
Yeah.
Because we were just both going slow, and it was
Yeah.
nice to see the comparison where, you know, the Traxxas, because of that height, was able to do things that mine couldn't do, and then mine
Yeah.
being that short, stout, not too high in the air, it was able
Make
to do
it
other
for Other
things.
things, yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
both
yeah.
trucks went through everything. It was just your driving style had to be different,
Yes, yes.
you know?
And, well, you guys are not the same person, so your driving style is
Correct.
different just
Correct.
naturally.
Yeah, well, because you know that, and everybody here knows that
Yeah, there
I'm
is.
slow. You know what I mean? I drive slow.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, you looked at me like a different way at
yeah,
first, like
helmet style,
Yeah.
slow, yeah.
you know, like my hard hat the other day.
Yeah.
But we
RC
tough.
Toto. Oh,
Oh,
why
Mr.
is he picking on him now?
well, that's because he. Oh man, I gotta get for competition. I gotta get some beans and rice in the bird. Oh, so you guys can have battle gas at the at work.
Okay,
You guys got a sandwich Steve in the middle.
okay. We could be the triple threat if we include Greg. Extra Glumpkies for him.
Want that bratwurst? But yeah, no, that video we did was actually a blast. And
Yeah.
to be honest with you, I did not, because I was never a fan of the Hyrax tires. I never had good luck with them. But for some reason,
I have a
now-
complex where I don't like stuff that
Doesn't
doesn't
look like a real
scale.
tire. Yes.
If anything,
Yes.
if you guys remember way back in the day, Pep Boys had a tire, the Wintermaster Plus. That Hyrax looks similar to the old Wintermaster Plus. It was the cheap snow tire that you'd run all year round and you'd burn off a set in 2-3 years. And they were $140 for 4 of them. Or it's usually like buy 3, get 1 free.
Oh, there he is. Look at this guy.
There's the man.
Look at his face
What's
and
going
everything.
on, buddy?
Man, got his face and everything on there.
I hope his back's doing all right too. I know
Yeah.
it's been rough. So
We're getting
hopefully,
old.
Well, let's see, it's past 5 o'clock, so he's not working, so he's probably doing what we were doing. So, yeah, he's
What was
probably
that?
pretty good.
What was he doing?
Making fun of people.
Oh, is that what it
That
is? Nobody answered our question about if you could adjust the drag brake on there. Look at this, now he's hitting on us. Hey, guys. You're awesome. Man, give you one compliment, ask if you're okay, and then you hit on us on the PS5.
Nice, nice.
So you're watching us and playing PlayStation. How's that going?
That's cool.
Are you playing Call of Duty? Are you a camper? Do you like sitting in one spot?
Getting them kills in. That's cool.
But yeah, no, like I said, doing that video with him was awesome. It'd be cool to see more trucks like this. I don't mind running. I mean, I actually cut up the front fenders so I could flex a little more because I noticed last time that there were some times where I wish that tire would drop a little bit more and I couldn't do it with the body. And because Jay got me that new body
Yeah.
and it came in, I have one. So I wasn't scared to crack up that body.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
notched it up so it doesn't make that nasty popping sound.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's going to work a lot better. But I want to say those Hyrax tires, for some reason, on that suspension worked better than I could ever get them to work on anything else. I don't know if it's a new compound.
I don't know.
I don't know what
on
it
that
is,
one either.
but like there is at the we were going up in Lockport, and there's this one weird. You got one hill that goes up this way. I don't know if you remember it, but you got one hill that goes up this way, and then there's some steps, and then you can crawl up the steps. Well, 90% of the time, it's hard for a lot of vehicles to make it, especially a stock one, non-lifted.
Mhm.
And like I said, I didn't have the suspension adjusted because I figured let's just take it out and see what happens. And it really performed well. I mean, it really did. Made it up almost everything that I put it to. And once again, if I was a little taller, I would have had an ease of use on some of those other obstacles, but it did perfectly fine.
Mhm.
So I'm not going to mock it, even though I think the body they could have done a lot better for 40th anniversary.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is what it is, and it performs well. I'm not going to complain.
And once again, a little bit of shoe glue and that drywall tape, and you can toughen up
Toughen
a
that
lot
up.
of stuff.
Yep.
And it's not like that body that had the little tear in it was really that wasted.
No, yes,
It's
which is
just
great.
that
Which is great.
when you get something, man, you don't want a tear in it. You want
No.
the thing to be fresh. And the fact that those bodies were kind of thin in that area just kind of sucked a
Right.
little bit.
Yep.
And
Like this. I mean, it is nice, and I mean, it's rigid.
yeah, but
It's
the thing is with this, like I was saying, when the body is off, those pieces are a little flimsy.
Yep.
But once they lock into these
Yeah,
sliders, there ain't really much going on.
Oh,
It's gonna
there's
take
no give.
yeah, it's gonna take something.
Even in the corners.
It's gonna take something that we usually, when we're going out beating on stuff
Right.
to get those to do anything.
But even so, I mean, even if you grab the corners, they flex, and they're not like thin,
Yeah.
And that's a nice thing. Truck looks great.
Yeah, it really does. It really
It-
looks awesome.
Yeah, they did
It's such a
did a
damn
really good job.
good looking
Yeah.
truck.
I mean, I wish we would have started doing this for like the Chevys and stuff like that. The YouTube page for this, and,
Yeah.
and then, a good comparison, but I think, to be honest with you, it probably performs 100% like, the Chevy.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, like you said earlier, everybody's driving habits are different. So, where the person driving this may succeed better in one spot than the other because of his driving abilities, Not complaining about people's driving abilities. It's just, like I said, I mean,
No.
there's some things where I could take a smaller truck with a tinier tire because I'm used to driving with a tiny tire. I know where replacement is.
Mhm. And you get so used to some vehicles that you own after years and years that you know how it's going to react.
Right.
And you know that the weight's going to be doing whatever to do whatever and get you up there. So, I don't know. If it's in the air, know how to control it in the air.
Right, yes, yes.
If you're going to send it, know how to send it correctly.
Well, they also, it brings me back
Make
to
sure
the
it's
one.
going to be a good day.
So I was watching the one video of the new low-C Polaris Razor Ray.
Yeah.
And that's what he said. He goes, you just got to know when to goose it, when it's in the air. 'Cause
Yeah,
if not,
yeah.
it'll just nosedive. So,
I mean,
you know,
any racer knows that. Anybody that's ever been on an off-road racetrack knows how to steer your car in the air.
correct.
And with some of the four-wheel drives and the belt drive stuff and that, you can make them
Do weird, yeah.
Oh man, it's amazing. You can go off of that jump and it'll be like this, and you'll see them just pitch the brakes, and it's just like,
When,
and it's now down the backside of that landing, and you're like, yo, that's cool, and that is a lot of driver skill.
so we got our buddy Bert here. What high clearance leads would be needed for a truck like this? They're not really, this one isn't really a high clearance link. This is more of the actual Traxxas lift kit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's just, I believe it's just the lift kit again, and it's just
Bigger-
110
bigger
mil shocks.
Yep. So really, it's just bigger shocks and the links themselves. But it depends. You gotta, like he said earlier, the wheelbase is slightly different.
Yeah, 13.5 on the wheelbase with this one.
Yeah, so just, depending on the body that you're putting on there, just know that beforehand. Let's see, some blue rock lights and you're in the game with that thing. That's exactly what I said earlier
Yeah.
too. Yep, some nice rock lights to throw it off. I would either do a blue or a white because you have all the chrome, so
Well,
your white would look good as well.
How about this?
Uh-oh.
There are spots for 2 rock lights in each wheel well.
So I would do
You could do
white.
a blue and
Yep.
a white.
I would
and be
probably do the white shining in the center and then the blue on the
'Cause-
outside.
right back in here. It's hard to show, but basically like right here and right here on the inner fender is the rock lights. Let's see. Boom, boom.
We're really fingering this body, you know that, right?
Come on. What'd you do, Richard?
I don't know.
Huh.
Oh, there it is. Hang on.
Oh, I see.
Hang on. Well, I'm trying not to finger it all up. So as he was saying,
Yeah.
you have one here, one there, same thing in the back. So you
Yeah,
have enough room
there,
for
there.
a
8
couple.
rock lights
yes.
total for the thing. You could do 1 blue, 1 white. You could probably, there I go saying,
Told you, it's harder than you think.
you could probably take a set of the regular rock lights and hit them
You're
with a
getting
Sharpie
better.
marker.
You only got a few of them. It's not 300 like the last time. But yeah, like I said, you can, or like we both said, here you can have options, so if you wanted to do a blue or whites or some other color, hot pink, purple, sapphire.
Taupe,
Yes. So yeah,
melon.
but we are talking about JP, so these things would probably be like hot pink or deep purple or something.
Yeah, the fade job that he would do on something like this with, and the amazing thing is it's spray can fades.
Right,
It's
and it's
so
usually
freaking
always,
sweet.
yes. Yep,
And it
flashy, please, yes. Yeah, you can put some some of those big old wheels on it too that I always
oh
get.
man.
Yeah. I have to put my big suckers on there. The molded trim on the side has me sold on a clear body.
Yeah.
The Chevy can be the beater, and this
Yeah.
can be the shelf wing. Yes, the
Mike
fact that it
Rice,
sticks out.
if you're gonna buy one in clear, it would be so damn cool to see the 2-tone green like I was talking about. I know you were talking about doing some green stuff for your fleet.
Mike Rice, didn't the body that you got from Mike Crawl, was that the 2-tone green or was that green with white in the center? I remember
Oh yeah.
Mike Crawl did the dually Chevy,
Yeah, the dually
GMC.
Chev.
Yeah, the GMC or Chevy.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't remember if it was white in the center or if it was green in the center.
I have.
What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing?
Oh, why?
Oh, no.
What am I supposed to be doing? Am I supposed to be doing something?
No, I wanted to blame you for putting the body on wrong.
Oh,
Just in case. But no, it falls in actually really easy.
I don't think it's harder to put the body on wrong
Yes.
than it is to put it on right.
Yeah, because once you get in a certain area, it just literally just snap it right in. It's actually nice. It's green with white down the sides, two-tone. Okay. Yes, I didn't remember if you did light green
Yeah,
or just
and you get
white.
the thing to sit right there, and then it's sitting in place, and all you got to do is click, click, and put some handprints on the hood.
Yes, yeah.
That's about it.
That one doesn't look like a handprint. I don't know what that is.
Ooh,
That's a weird looking one. That was already there too.
yeah, I don't know what that is.
So it looked like there was a lot of questions. Okay, once again, I don't know how many new people are on there, but Bert can't win because that would be cheating. But let's see here. So it looks like about 6 people have entered the drawing, which
Same as last time. That's cool.
yeah, seems about
That means we have a group of people that enjoy watching us, that
yes.
are going to continue to watch us, and that's kind of neat.
So once again, if you are new, this is only going to count. You can
Well, watching him, I don't matter. I might be here a couple times.
yeah, like I said, if you remember the story we told you earlier, we found where we found them. So it doesn't take much to get them in a green van. I'll tell you
I
that.
think he's going to dump me back where he found me too.
He said dump. But
Like the dump.
so we got 12 viewers now. So once again, type in the word fields right there on the top, and that'll get you entered into the drawing for the Fields winter hat, because we have 9
A
more.
toque. It's a toque.
Is it
Yeah.
a toque?
Yeah, for the people that are watching, up in Canada.
That
It's
there
a
ain't.
toque.
That there ain't. Do we have any people?
That
on
there toque.
Is there anybody on here from Canada?
I don't know. It'd be kind of neat to get some of the polar guys from up there.
Okay, so now we got 7 because Andrew didn't do it earlier.
Oh, okay. Good work.
There you go.
Had to remind him.
All right. Yeah, he's probably had a cookie. The fact that we can have these conversations in person or online is that's why you moved the truck.
That's one of the reasons too. It's open.
Just to let you guys know, we are 18 and older, so we really can't get in trouble. Let's actually talk about that real quick.
Okay, what are we going to talk about?
What do people pre-order a black version today? West Michigan here. Awesome. That is awesome.
Hell yeah. The black looks damn good too, man.
Yeah, oh,
looks
yeah.
damn good.
Yep.
My uncle had the full-size black F-150 Ranger back in the day that he got from his uncle, and it was in the family since new, and it just got to the point. Well, New York State.
Right.
Drive anything in New York State and it's toast.
You could buy it right off
I'm
the
guessing
showroom.
out towards Michigan too. I am guessing that
I'm going to say one thing.
same thing. There we go.
That looks sweet. How's it going, guys? And where are you from? We are just curious. I do like doing these giveaways and stuff like that. Like I said, I don't know if you guys just tuned in, but I will ship the hat to you. It doesn't matter really where you are. Oh, we're from the UK. Oh man,
Oh dang.
no kidding.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Huh.
And
All the way from Boston, New York to the UK. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. That's really cool.
That is
That's super
awesome.
cool.
But see, my biggest problem is I never have time to watch everything from everybody's channels.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel so bad. And I try to watch it and subscribe to anybody that subscribes to me. Sorry if I didn't subscribe. Now that I see you guys on here, I'll have to double check and make sure I subscribe. Awesome. Thank
Sweet.
you. Thank you. Once again, I'm
Sweet.
going to post this just in case you just jumped on here. this drawing, I will ship it to the UK. I am sorry if for some reason shipping gets lost or something like that. Just reach out to me. If you won this hat, I mean, literally, I will send it to you. I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
Because I think that is awesome that you're tuning in from the UK,
Get the
from
name out a
Michigan.
little bit everywhere.
Yeah.
That'd be freaking awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna start doing more of this with this stuff. We are working on viewers rides where most of the locals, because obviously it's going to be hard for you to come down here and show off your ride, but we are working on ways behind the scenes on this program so that you can actually kind of tune in. So basically we can send you a link and you will be able to show off your vehicles as well through your phone, or if you have a camera system set up like this. I would like to start doing that as well, but I have to first figure out how to do it local. I'm sorry if I keep looking at the laptop. I just think it's really neat that somebody from UK and Michigan popped on.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's super cool.
And like
Yeah,
I
we'll be
said,
doing live streams of the polls, the
Yes.
RC truck and tractor polling down here too. We're actually in that room right now, and the track is over this way to me.
yeah, told you sometimes it's not as easy. when you look at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the pole track is right next to us. We are going live. That would be next Saturday.
Yes.
I'm going to try to set the camera up like this beforehand. I think either try to get Joe and Tom at least on a little bit so you guys can talk to him. I know it'll probably be pretty early.
Let's see. I mean, I got the doors opening at 9 a.m. and then polling starts loosely at 10.
And
So-
what time does Joe usually get here? Probably around.
Oh man, Joe's here by 9:30.
Okay.
So if you were to set up beforehand, and if we were to get videos rolling between like 9:45 to 10:15, I don't see that being a problem. If it runs a half hour, that's probably a lot, really.
Right. Yeah, so what we
I'm
want,
figuring you're probably going to run what, a 20-minute or so, 15-20 minute.
yeah, probably
little
try to
segment
talk.
in the AM?
Yeah, I'm gonna put the flyer up as well so that people can see it while we're talking. But during the whole live stream, you'll be able to keep in touch with me. I'll be running the camera back and forth. I'm working on a newer setup with my one gimbal that I have where I can just control it through the tablet so that I can keep in contact and then just look down and run the camera so I don't have to keep bending over and stuff like that. So I am in the works of doing that, but it's a little difficult to make sure I catch everything. But also we will talk to Tom and Joe.
And whoever that comes down here, because you know, the one guy, Darren Mealy,
Yes, he's got some nasty stuff too.
man, his stuff is just, they're just works of art, and his whole family's into it.
Yep.
And they're just awesome people to talk to. And I'm sure Darren would have no problem answering any questions too.
Right.
And I'm sure if anybody has questions
Yes,
that
please.
they want answered, post them up, and
Yeah, we'll get the.
guaranteed somebody here is going to be able to answer that for you. No problem.
Oh yeah, yes.
No
So
problem.
like I said, I mean, if you are curious about tractor pulling, that will be the best time to tune in. That's not a kind of a plug to get you to tune in, but it's basically, we're going to do this so that more people can see it, see how it operates, because we have a lot of questions of people that actually want to learn about it and see it, and they just never come through. When everybody's together, it's just a big fart joke. I mean, everybody has fun, they laugh,
Yeah,
nobody's
yeah.
really mad if somebody beats them. It's just a
No.
fun day. Everybody just gets along.
Joe's got his books of jokes that
Yes.
he's constantly coming out of with, and it's just great times. Everybody here usually leaves having a blast.
Correct. You know,
And
the classes are open, so you can bring your two-wheel drive slash.
Oh
You
yeah,
can bring your crawlers.
you can anything. Two-wheel drive, box stock, you can bring your Slash, your Rustler, your
Right.
Stampede. All that stuff is.
And you're working,
Brilliant.
you said you were also working on an SCX6 class?
Yes, we have some tentative rules for that stuff, just kind of going off of our experiments from the past few polls. Unfortunately, I hit a telephone pole with my 6 and now the servo's broke. So
We're not even gonna go and ask him why it was a telephone pole.
I wasn't drinking. Let me just say that. I was not drinking and driving, but I was partying it through the snow, and I don't know, that pesky telephone pole walked in my way. But yeah, we have some rules set up for doing the SCX6 class.
And then you were gonna do a Sen class, I think, too?
Yes,
For the F450s.
just because they're so light and they're really, it's not fair to put a Sen in with the crawlers. And I don't want to do that to somebody's truck like that. So let's just do another class. There's a few guys around that have them. There's a few guys that came out from Syracuse the 1 month with some Sens. And the one dude had a Sen body on a custom chassis thing that he did. And it was really cool.
That's awesome. We got,
Too many cookies. See, I know when to say when. And I also
I know when to say more.
I usually, I go a little bit at a time. That's
How
what
strong
I
is
gotta
that
say.
one? It depends. All right, let me try it.
Yeah, I'll if they're like, I don't know, I usually go easy on.
Yeah. So I only eat 1 or 2. But what do we got here? I can't answer for the polls. I'm still a novice puller. Yeah, you use cheater parts. You're like the Swayze Express. I'll keep the sled pulled back to the line so you guys can do the questions. I figure, I can shout out the question, or get Tom to come over.
I mean,
I will make sure that, like I
there
said,
might be something where we show off, we do a quick little 5-minute viewer.
do we also have a rule book here I could keep over here?
Yeah,
So I'll keep the rule book here just in case you guys have any, crazy rules.
and I believe I have a couple, 3 over there that are for sale, $5
Right.
if you show up for the rule book. And the other thing, it's $5 to come down here and pull, and
Right.
that's for everything that you got. And it might get to a point where maybe next year, sometime after it starts to get cold again, that I might end up charging $10 for all the vehicles, but I'll have the place like climate control, nicely heated, so that nobody's freezing. This place has come a long way, and when we live stream the polls, we'll do a little, quick look around of everything, and to show you guys, because this was a dairy farm back in the day, and now there was just bare block walls painted white, and yeah, there's
So what I'm gonna do here is, let me see.
put that image up on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, this place started as a dairy farm, and now I got studded, insulated, and painted OSB walls, and the place stays pretty warm for what it was to what it is now. It's damn cool. And there was a pile of people that helped me to get it to this.
Okay, so I just put this over Tom's face. I didn't realize I was gonna do that. I apologize. But there you have the information. So I will end up probably doing something where,
Oh, you gotta move that way. Move that way.
I'm gonna let you pick my nose. Tom's got sausage fingers, so I'd probably turn my nostril right open. That was weird. So, there you go. Legends of RC Pull at the barn in Boston, New York. 9924 Boston State Road, March 4th. Doors open at 9. Polling starts at 10. No, that was funny. Polling at 10. Go around to the rear doors. If you have never been here before, you have to go to Tom's back door. Well, I mean, you have to go past that. Anyway,
Only because I have multiple shops down here.
correct, yes.
The back shop door.
Yes.
We used to have all the pulling in the one shop up front. I moved it back here because for one, larger square footage. I ended up with another, I think, 8 to 10 feet wider of a room, and I believe 6 feet longer of place too. So that just helped with, one, it helped with the pulling track, because I believe we're at 44'6" total of track distance back and forth. So that gives us a good 7-8 feet of track past the full pull line. And I've moved everything back pretty far back there. I could still scoot it back another probably foot without a problem and have it. I just would like to have a little bit of area for when we pull the sled back, just to kind of latch everything. So I think it's pretty good where it's at. But
cheating, my son and hauler are box stock, and the pink Chevy is 100% legal.
yes, his Chevy is legal now. He at one point
Now
he said it was a little heavy, and he started to go through it. It's not like I care, man. It's more people down here coming down having fun.
It's fun. And just once again, I mean, if you bring one truck or you bring 10 trucks, it's just $5 for all your trucks. So
Mike shows up and he's like, "Yeah, dude, it's a little heavy, but you know, whatever." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're right, whatever, right. Cool." And actually, when it was overweight, I was beating him.
I was gonna say it was probably worse.
And when he got it to legal, he just beat me last month. And it was only by like a few feet. So right. I'm coming for you. And watch out, Mike, because so is Ed Thompson.
Yes.
Let's see. Yes, I'm going to do this, and this might end up looking all kinds of jacked, folks. I'm not sure. But there is this, which is Ed Thompson's puller. I'm gonna
he's gonna jam.
I'm gonna give a little sneak peek.
He's gonna jam it in your face real quick.
Yeah, let's see.
Back a little. There it goes. Zoom. Yep, there you go.
Right there.
Man, I need to be that close because it looks really crisp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's lift the table and go closer to this.
Flip the table?
Or you could be like everybody. Or you could be like everybody. I sent the picture of the banner to, and everybody sits there and tries to hit the play button. I didn't play nothing. We're still here.
Yeah, hopefully that turned out well so you could get a look. But yeah, Ed Thompson came into the store the other day.
That's awesome.
And I was up front behind the counter. I came around the corner. And he stops and he looks at me and he just goes, and I'm like, "What you got there, Ed?" Because he was holding that thing and he's like, "Coming for you." I'm like, awesome, man. Can't wait to see.
But once again, I mean, that's really all it's about. I mean, there's really nothing that I think I'm pretty sure Joe's keeping track of distances, ain't he?
Yeah, and he posts them on the page too.
Yep. Legends of RC. When I go through the description, I'll put a link to his Facebook as well.
We started, like I said, loosely at 10 a.m. ish, and we run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Like you got all those eyes, so you can see that part. Because man, I can't see that.
I mean, as of right now, I got 18 different classes up there. We don't run all of those.
No, yes.
But there is the possibility of running up to that many. Plus, there is, like I said, the Sen and the SCX6 class. And should I go grab that real quick? The little one?
Yeah. Yeah, do it. But yeah, when you come down here for the tractor pulls, I mean, it's just a fun time. You see everybody laughing, joking, hanging out. There's no animosity if one person pulls further.
Animosity.
Yeah.
This one guy that I worked with loves saying that word.
It just popped in my head. I'm like, man, I want to use it.
It's a fun word to say.
Did I sound smart when I said that? The SCX is such a great truck. It really, I don't have one.
Yes, it is.
I don't
It is
really.
so much fun. But yeah, and then, there's all the way down to this stuff. This is the SCX24. Well, I went and I did this.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
And I now have an SCX24 pulling sled. So we're going to be doing pulling in the smaller scales also down here. So, yeah, this one, I threw this together the other week. I kind of had a bunch of the pieces kind of hanging around, and it's made out of a bunch of junk and some extra parts and some hardware.
And that 5 million yards of.
Yeah, that's the.
Is that
it's
the 300?
No, it's 100-pound test is what it is.
Yeah, I couldn't remember
But
for
it's
sure.
braided and it's
That's tough.
tough as nails.
Man, I can't believe
Tough
what
as nails.
it's done in the.
You can damn near, if you wrap it around your finger and you got a heavy enough winch, be careful.
All I know is I had a good winch in the front of my subhuman Suburban 6x6, and I destroyed the gears, literally destroyed the metal gears in the winch with this. I was trying to pull that TRX4 Sport
That stuff
out
will
of the
take your finger off.
and
It will,
that didn't even stretch, didn't break, but I'll tell you one
it
thing,
can't because of the braiding.
Yeah,
It's just so.
it's solid.
You a charity event drove this 3 highest mountain peaks in the no sh.
That is awesome.
That is cool.
Just
So
in
those
case
guys,
you guys can't see that.
yes, that is so cool.
Yeah, I just can't justify the money yet. Probably because I keep putting money into all this. But
Yeah.
there's trade-offs, and
If you want to run one, I got one. You're more than welcome to run it whenever, man.
no, because I don't want to fall in love with stuff.
You can use it whenever. I got no.
To be honest with
complaints.
you, I can't use it because it doesn't have a good servo.
Right. I need to buck up and get me a servo for that thing soon here. I know.
So you guys do charity events too. We got one going on April 16th. I'm going to start rocking out as soon as March hits. I'm going to start rocking it out all over the place. More advertising for it. Obviously, you're a little bit too far to show up, but I'm just happy to see that you guys do the charity events too. Most of everybody around me, as well as Tom, knows that even if I don't want to do an event or throw an event, but if somebody contacts me about doing one for charity, my mindset goes a little different. But that's awesome seeing more people talk about doing charity events. What you got?
I'm just gonna show off some more. Just show off the bottom.
We need to make another stand. That
Another
holds a truck
stand.
like that, and you
Yeah.
can spin it,
Yeah, that'd be kind of neat.
right?
Kind of neat.
It doesn't
Something
look like
that,
it'd be too
holds
hard.
it. Something that holds it on the slider and then just like props somewheres because a lot of them have a center mounted transmission. Something to just mount against
That
that.
just adjusts it.
Yeah, and it just basically holds it like this, and then you could rotate it as well, and that would be pretty awesome.
I just want to.
And see, this is why I don't get enough stuff done is because we come up with these ideas like
Yeah.
this, and
Yeah, like my,
then I end up building that. Like
I just
that
want
Lazy
you-
Susan that I was talking about.
Rich,
Piece.
it's not that I'm a good man. It's the fact that if somebody wants to do I know a lot of people say take a compliment and shut up, but to be honest with you, I mean, I'm only one person. If people like him and Josh Murphy, who helped out with a lot of the crawling stuff, I know I haven't really been able to do much
There's a
with
group
them.
of people that I know. If it's time to do stuff,
Yes.
they
Yep,
come.
They come, yep. Yep. Mike Rice has always helped out when I need him to. Mike Crawl, Mike Deemer.
Yep, the mics. And,
Yeah.
hell, when I put in all this dirt, I had landlord Joe, which Joe is an awesome dude.
Yeah, but if you tell me you want to do something messed up, Joe just seems like the kind of guy that says, yeah, I want to be involved.
But I mean, he gladly uses his machinery, which he doesn't charge me for fuel. He doesn't care. I mean, the worst is I might buy him a coffee and he's cool. And I don't know, but he came over with the machinery and we got the whole thing moved out of the way. And then we pulverized a bunch of it. But I had, I think, 5 people here that day. And it was Bert, Chino, Jay Espinoza, Mike Rice, Andrew, James. And between us, I mean, dude, 20 minutes. And the dirt was all in and raked out. And it's like, oh my God. That would have taken me personally 2+ hours to do.
I believe it.
And with 5 people, 20 minutes. And that was just the track. I mean, then there's all the people that help doing all the lumber on the walls, the studding. My buddy John Zittle. I can't thank him enough for helping too. And it's just me and him will argue back and forth, but that's because we're good friends like that. And we'll fight over Hot Wheels cars, and that's fun too. But yeah, he's here helping me, and he's always like, all right, what do we got to do? What do we got to do?
Nice thing too is he's right down the road.
Yep.
He's really not that far either. So
Yeah,
it's great.
it's just that he's still on that whole army time, so
Yes.
he's back and home, but he also has a son that's a little over a year
Yep.
and just started walking.
We all know
Riker's now walking, and the first thing I thought when I saw the one video on Facebook was, oh man, I feel bad for John's Hot Wheels cars in the package because there's a bunch of them down at Riker level.
Oh man.
He's going to need to do a little fence around his whole diecast collection, but it's going to be great because that kid's going to be seeing a bunch of this stuff. We're going to put him right in the middle of it right away.
Nice. Yeah, we had mountain climbs and we did a 24-hour live stream across we managed to raise over 4,000 pounds.
Wow.
Research. That is awesome.
That's really cool.
Awesome.
A 24-hour live stream too. That's
Man.
just that takes dedication there. That takes batteries too.
That's why I rigged up my camera with the non-battery mount.
Okay.
So I don't ever have to worry about charging it. Just gotta
Yeah.
make sure I always have power.
Yeah, yeah,
But no, that's insane. That's kind of cool.
yeah. That's super cool. Super,
I'd like to
super
try
cool.
something like that.
Yeah.
But 24 hours, maybe lucky if I could last like, oh man, I mean almost 2 hours. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Man, I can never do good on time. I ain't got no timing skill at
Why? How
all.
long were you planning on doing this for?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't even know it was 2 hours yet.
Whatever.
As long as you got viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. I don't care.
We have Jay in the background. He's watching us. Well, he's right here, but he's still watching us because he wants to throw out a comment every once in a while.
Yeah.
I know he's waiting to do it.
That's cool.
Like his little creepy look through the door window when he says, I see you when I look up. It was like he was undressing me with his eyes.
Keep it a secret.
You got a good
You got a
group
secret admirer. That's what it is.
you got a good group of guys there. Yes.
Yeah, well,
Everybody pitches in. It's kind of awesome.
everybody helps, and the main thing is if everybody ain't having fun, then I got a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's when we try and solve it. And I mean, when we do our group get-togethers and go crawling somewheres, somebody breaks. Well, there's usually somebody that has a backpack on, and if you don't have it, guaranteed within the next couple of people cruising through, somebody's got something.
I will.
And then it turns into, crank the bullshit wheel for a while on the side of the trail and fix your stuff.
I think I gave away that one year. I think I gave you an ESC for something that was twitching out on you
No,
at Hunters?
that was the servo in the mud truck.
Yeah, there was one more where you changed an ESC, but you put one in and it didn't work. We were going down towards the creek and something. Was it the Jeep before you gave it to Alex? Maybe.
Could be.
Oh, it was I think the gray pickup truck.
Pick up the Comanche.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. You put an ESC in it and it still was glitching, so I gave you one of mine, and then it started working. Then I gave you the servo that only lasted another 100 feet. And
Yeah, I thought you were talking the mud truck. Yeah, you like that shit, huh?
oh yeah, we were looking at that earlier.
Yeah,
Yep.
pretty much, yeah. This little jobber here, which I'll get up to the camera and show you folks, for you diecast nerds that might be out there too.
Go
Go up
right there,
and right there.
Back up a little bit.
Back up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is,
zooming in for some reason.
who made this one again? This is Greenlight, the one diecast company, and they did a whole series of monster trucks, really cool monster trucks too, and they did basically Bigfoot 1. That I mean, that's
Yeah, it's pretty.
that's what we got. So
Yeah, it's
if you're
definitely.
like me and you're a nerd and you got to have a diecast of your RC because you're that much of a nerd, yeah. So you end up doing Bigfoot stickers on this one, which first thing I did, because this came in on Friday to the store as the demo model. And we're going to be able to start, we're taking pre-orders right now. And let's see, March
What do you mean?
3rd.
What do you mean the store? This is
Yes,
the store. Here.
Fields Hobby.
Yeah, there you go.
I believe March 3rd they go on sale. They're allowed to be picked up, something around there.
Yeah, I
Let me
want
check.
to say March 3rd. They're supposed to be in the store. I thought.
Calendar,
Are
and
we-
yeah, that's going to be a Friday. So Friday, March 3rd, they're gonna is what I believe is when they're going to get sold. Can be sold out the door. So yeah.
Are we pulling the 24s this month? I guess depending on time.
Can, dude, it does not matter. We can pull them
After everything.
afterwards because that really,
Therefore, it doesn't hold Joe up. either.
exactly. Because sometimes he needs to go grab his lunch or
Yeah,
whatever.
he needs to be in.
I don't want to tear too much into his scheduling
Yeah,
with,
he's got an afternoon nap around 2:30. He's got to make it home for.
well,
Yeah. No, I mean we. Obviously, it'll
yeah,
happen.
we can pull the 24s. 12'6" is, excuse me, the length of the track for a full pull line. And I actually have a couple pieces of pine screwed together that are going to be put alongside. We'll put that right down the middle of the track.
I don't mean to cut you off real quick.
Okay.
Nice die cast. Well, it was nice to kind of meet you guys. I've got to shoot off. I'll keep an eye out for you.
Right on. Well, thanks for
Awesome, man. It was
watching.
nice meeting you. That's awesome. Keep doing good things over there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I like the fact that we mentioned charity, and
Yes.
that was awesome.
Yes. It's always fun to do the charity stuff. Always fun.
Yes. Yep. Because it just goes to show when you mention charity how everybody comes together.
It brings out the best in a lot of people. It
And-
really does.
Like the one we did with you was only a few weeks to get everything up and running.
Yeah.
And we had, I still got the book, or the book's here. I forgot which one. I might have the book, but I'm pretty sure I thought I left it here. I can't remember. But somewhere around here, we have all the names, and I think that was our first time ever doing one, and we had like almost 40-something people.
For some people.
Everybody from
I have a shopping cart that I think filled with
Yes.
food.
So we raised,
And-
it was $500 and something, and I think it was almost 100 something pounds of food.
Yeah,
If I
yeah.
remember
I mean,
correctly.
the shopping cart was getting, it's
It was, yeah, it was
not
heavy.
a small shopping cart. It's not a big shopping
been-
cart, but it was
It might have
getting
been
to be
even,
heavy.
yeah, it might have been even more than that. Just
But,
curious.
yeah.
I'm cool with after. I need to make my 2-wheel drive slash morph into a puller.
Easy.
Yeah, not
Uh,
much, not much needed.
2 inch, I believe it's 2 or 2.5 inch hitch height, which you can also achieve just by running a zip tie off of like the back wheelie bar mount that's there. 6 pound limit on it, and a 2S battery is your limit on that.
That's the answer to that question there.
And it's pretty easy. Hey, what's up, Ryder? How you doing, man?
That's awesome. We'll put that up too.
Good to see him still out and about. We got to get some drifting in with him too. He's
Yeah.
got some stuff that needs to be used, definitely. And once it gets nicer out, I'm sure he's itching too to get out and do stuff.
Oh, I think we all are.
All
That's
of
why I
us are.
had to, that's why I had to go out and take out the machine the one day. I was like, you know what, I gotta run something because this is getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
And once again,
Yeah. Like Mikey Rice was asking about the pulling the 24s for this month. Yes, I would love to afterwards. No problem.
and once again,
And
I know
we
that
could
just popped
probably-
up on the screen in front of us, so
and
that's
we'll
just a
have it
little
on
information.
video too. We can stream that also. We
Right.
might just have to do a quick pause just because Darren's usually packing up and getting everything
Right.
going. And I think Darren was talking about his buddy. His buddy last month was supposed to be here, but he caught a flat tire. Yeah, so he couldn't make it. I'm sure he's going to try and make it one of these times. We're hoping for last time we had 44 hooks to the sled, and that was pretty good. That is a record for in here. Like to see 50 this time. That'd be
Right.
neat. And
Right.
then strive for 75, and maybe even for this year's Can-Ams, because the last 3 years or 4 years now, 3 or 4 years I've done hosted the Can-Ams down here. It was in the other shop for a bunch of years. This will be the first year here, and that should be a blast too. I usually, get the grill going.
Yeah, that's always,
Or
that's usually a
I
pack.
might this time. I might just get pizza. It might just be easier, just because then it takes
It's not time
one.
consuming.
It's
Yes.
one less person cooking.
Yes.
Yeah.
It says, if I run the VXL on 2S, does that work still?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it
Yep.
does.
Yep. You're probably better off because if you get full blown wheel speed right off, you have more of a chance of just kind of
Yeah.
losing grip and just
And
flipping.
I run I have a 2-wheel drive slash that I beat the crap out of the thing
No problem, buddy.
everywhere.
That's why Tom's here, to answer some questions.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, the polls are a week away and we will be doing the live, and it'd be cool to see some new faces
Mhm.
as well.
Hell yeah.
I'm
I have,
hoping-
like I was saying, I have a 2-wheel drive slash that I beat the crap out of.
It does really good though.
Yep. And I took and threw some weight in it, and I put a smaller pin spike, like a tire that you would run on a dirt off-road track, not like the stock tires. These ones have a bunch of little nubs on them, so it definitely gets a little more gription.
Gription. Yeah, some gription.
Yep. And then with the little bit of wheel speed, I just kind of pin it at the line, and it lifts up a bit and sets it back down, and it just kind of does that down the track. The thing does great. I thought I had a suspect battery, and I think I do for at least that much dump. So that is one thing. After running, because I have my batteries numbered. I'm a nerd like that. I have a bunch of the same batteries, so I number them
What was
as
in your
to.
what was wrong with your orange Chevy? Is it still doing that? Glitching?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Is there another one of those systems that hate me?
No, I don't think it totally hates you. It might just frown at you a little bit.
Oh, I'm gonna do this once again because it looked like we had some new people jump on. I'm gonna add this to the stream. Type in fields, just like how it's spelled there, and that will allow you to get this hat if you win, which we will be drawing in a few minutes.
You know what's really funny? I talked
My
about
face.
maybe having viewers from Canada, and we get viewers from the UK. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I asked you if there was anybody from Canada, but
Hey man, Canada's got a lot of cool stuff.
oh, there's scale trails out there, man. There are some cool places. Oh, Kevin, have you been here the whole time, or did you just hear me talking about fields and want to jump on? Gotta have some kind of fun, right? Where you going?
I need a pokey stabby.
He needs a pokey stabby. So I think we'll be wrapping it up shortly when Tom gets back from his pokey stabby thingamajigger.
An adventure across the shop.
You
As long as I don't fall down, we're good.
I was actually glad I was able to do this here.
Oh yeah,
And,
it was definitely fun.
I'm glad I was able to come up with something for a backdrop and stuff.
Yeah. Not bad for a couple of hacks, huh?
Right? Yeah. And my wife goes, "You'll never use another one of those backdrop stands. Why did you buy another one?" Well, told you I needed another one. Ooh, I just hit play when I did that. That high trail looks huge on the table. Wish they made a 1/6 scale version.
That has been a topic of discussion
you-
between some of us. If Traxxas would ever do a 6 scale crawler,
Right?
and I don't know. I honestly don't know if they would or not. It's tough to say. I mean,
Yeah.
Axial has one. It wouldn't be hard to kind of
Mimic it and change it and make it your own.
do it in the Traxxas sense.
Right?
Scale that up.
Yep.
Scale this up.
Want to know why? Because it's a working, this thing always works out of the
Right.
block.
And if they were to just make this bigger, I mean, I know you can't just make the transmission bigger, but you can make a transmission similar to that. And they could definitely make the axles bigger and do their Traxxas thing where they have full-size servos
Right.
for the 2-speed and the locking diffs, where they're running 2075Xs for all 3 of them. And then they have a monster fifth scale servo like what's in the X-Max
Right. Yep.
in there. And they make a bracket to basically, how does that work? No, it goes the other way. They'd probably end up making something in there to mount that. That would be the other thing that they would have to
And one
change.
would be cool too, is if they did their consistent portals. I would love to see what they do with their portals.
That would be interesting to see a
No.
portal on a 6 scale.
Can you imagine the height and the ground clearance that they would have?
Knowing them, they'd probably release like the Defender as a 6th scale.
Probably. Yep. Let's see here. What's he got? I mean, they made the X-Max and that whole thing is how big it is. I suspect they'll make it a 1/5 or 1/7.
Yeah, I can
Hopefully
agree with
so.
that. I can
Yes.
definitely agree with that one.
I would like to see, to be honest with you, I would like to see it with just rear wheel drive. Where you can click front, you can
Oh,
have.
yeah, transfer case.
Yes.
That
yep, I would-
selectable transfer case.
2-wheel drive,
would be
4-wheel
super
drive,
cool.
and then do the diff locks and everything. I know it'd be a lot, but it would just be cool to have that aspect as a 6 scale vehicle
Mhm.
to be able to drive it like a real vehicle. And it would be cool to throw in, as weird as it may sound, the real car mode from a 1080. Because now you're shifting it yourself, putting it in reverse, you're driving it like an actual vehicle. So something like that I think would be neat,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
I've always been one anyways. I don't think I've ever really had anything that I shift on the fly for
Right.
these RC things. I
No.
don't like that idea of cranking along in
Bashing
low
it in
gear and all of a sudden you just flip the switch and it just does that. And you're like, ooh, oh, I know they're metal gears, but
Yeah, still a little sketchy.
I don't go with the, if you can't find them, grind them with these little guys. That's one thing if you're doing it with like,
A Ford Ranger like I used to do with mine.
I was going to say like a 10-wheel, like straight axle
Oh,
truck,
yeah.
something
Yep.
like that. 10-wheel straight axle truck.
Let me make sure this is still recording all the, yep, still recording all. All
Our
right,
Yammer,
yeah, well,
2
no,
hours and 10 minutes.
it feels like it's like been 45 minutes at the max, don't it?
Well, 2 hours and 10 minutes is half of 4 hours and 20 minutes.
Which is probably gonna be what the polls are gonna be.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's gonna be a long one.
I mean, if you're going to start a little bit before 10 o'clock and do your whole thing, we're here till, oh, hell, 1, if not longer every day. 2, 1, 2 o'clock. And if we're doing the little guys as well,
Right.
dude, if the place is warm, dude, I'm hanging out. I don't care. I don't care. The more the merrier. And if I need to, I'll kick my ass out of here with all my pulling stuff and move it to another room and let it have more room for people that need to be here and pick. I can always walk my stuff into this room.
Yeah, I
Not a
don't
problem.
think,
Not a problem.
well, with the shelves and stuff that we hung today, I think.
Yeah, I put
It'll
up
be-
another set of shelves that
I think it'll be
will,
all right.
if somebody shows up with 9 vehicles, they're hooked up.
They'll be just fine.
Actually, 10, 11, and if you put like the little ones, like the little Bowlink diggers,
Right.
the little
With a
foam tires, yes. The little foam tire jobbies that now you just throw a set of V-treads on the back and like a Mini Cooper body or something. Darren's got a little Tamiya Bambulance. It was the lunchbox body.
I like the Cub Cadet,
Yeah, the Cub Cadet's cool
especially when it
stuff.
jumps the body off.
Yeah, that thing's just out of control sometimes. It's great. It's great. Darren does amazing work. That little mini rod international he's got is just beautiful, beautiful stuff. And one of these days I got to stop being lazy and get a picture of the little mini rod next to my Pro Stock that I built for Mikey Kroll and then ended up buying off of him because he can't make it here all the time. But I don't know, he's more than welcome to run it if he shows up and he wants to run it. Dude, there goes the controller, dude. Here you go. Run it.
Kevin said, well, don't challenge me now. If only I had a car to bring all my trucks, I'll make it down there eventually.
Dude, awesome. Love to see you
Yep.
come down. You don't need to bring everything. Bring a few and you can have fun. It's just,
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's just a good time. Even if you just bring a crawler and let it rip, because the crawler
Yeah.
class has really became a competitive
yes, it
class.
has.
One of the biggest.
Yes, it
competitive
has. It's
classes.
really grown and it's awesome. And we're even doing 2 crawler classes now because sometimes with these people that are, what do they call them? Brass holes. They put brass everywhere on
Mike Crawl,
it.
Mike Crawl, not
They-
saying no
they
names,
just-
Mike Crawl.
Uh,
Metal everywhere.
yeah, they just go off. Well, Mikey Rice with
Yeah.
that pink truck of his in the
Oh, yeah,
beginning,
yep.
I think there's still a mess of it on there, but he has taken a bunch of weight off to make it legal at the 8-pound mark. But I want to do a 10-pound crawler class as well, just so there's people out there, because I do know for a fact that the TRX Defender is over
What's going on, Scott? Hey, just to
Look at that, he's late again. Or he was just being stealth before.
Yeah, usually he likes to put a sticker or an emoji that never shows up and it just looks
Yeah.
blank. I got a light in mine.
Well, like I was just saying, if we do the 10-pound class too,
Yeah,
that's
you should be
fine.
all right.
And
Yeah.
usually I just throw 5 more pounds in the sled for the heavy
Well,
crawler
my
class.
crawls is probably about 47 pounds.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Well,
Uh,
dude, nothing is as crazy for him as that 6x. Wait, no,
the Unimog.
10-wheeler because
Yeah,
he's got
now the
duals on
dualies
the
on
back.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That thing is a just heavy truck, and it.
He brought it to my
God.
house. I thought I was gonna break the bridge when he went up it.
Okay, down at Hunter's Creek, down at the creek. You know how there's that one pathway that goes down to the creek itself?
Yep.
And there's those roots in that, and we always crawl down by the shale that's kind of angled up like that. I was up above that because you take that path that goes up in the woods and you get up on top of there and you can look over and it's super, I don't know, like a 25 or so foot drop. He hands me the controller of the 6x because I built the body and the bed for him.
Yep.
And he did all the brass and all the suspension work and everything
Sound
on
about
that
right.
thing. And he hands me the controller and I take that thing down this pathway. It's like this of an angle. And that thing is just so damn heavy and I'm just creeping it. And it's just so nice and easy down this thing. And I'm like, damn. I turn around and I climb right the hell back up it. And I'm like, wow, that thing just, it's so planted.
It was.
So
I remember
planted.
that. I remember that day.
That
I
thing
think I got a
is
video of it too.
super friggin' cool.
And
And now with dualies, because
Oh,
that was
it's gotta
single
be-
wheel. That was
yeah.
single wheel rears. That thing was just dumb. And that is,
yeah,
that's what this is the same componentry.
just
I think he's got
Oh,
an
no.
axe system in his, which helps with the creeping with these
That-
things. Just
yeah. Did they have the
amazing.
X system or did you end up swapping that to the Kratos?
No, that had, I think, just a solid axe 550 in it.
Did it?
And then, once the body
Well, it's
drops
my
down.
Crawl. They probably put the biggest Kratos motor you could possibly find.
No, I think he keeps the Kratoses for the 4-wheel stuff.
Yeah.
And boom, body's on. That's so cool.
Yeah,
That's
it
so
looks
cool.
so good. One more time before we get off of here, type in Fields. You can get that hat since Fields let us borrow the truck to do this video.
Truck's
And-
damn cool.
And we
Truck's
spent, I
damn
think,
cool.
most of the time talking about it. We might as well give away a Fields hat as well. X System 2700 kilovolt. Yeah, see, I couldn't
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
Because at one time he goes, I gotta buy this Kratos, I gotta buy this Kratos, I gotta buy this needs a Kratos, this needs.
Ah,
But let's see here, let's do the giveaway. So let me add this to the stream so you guys can see this live. I have no control over this, which is the best thing.
mhm.
So here we go. Let's make sure nobody else put it in. Okay. So you guys are seeing the same thing we are. It's picking a name randomly. And it is, oh, my Crawl.
That.
Look at that. Oh, throw some confetti
Right on,
in
buddy.
his face. Look at
Well,
that.
dude, he works outside anyways.
Yeah.
He's slaving away over at Casey's. He needs something to keep his noggin
Yeah.
warm.
So Mike Crawl, you are the winner. And as soon as you give me $50, I will give you this hat. Just because it's you, buddy.
Bamboozled.
I was going to say 100, but I know times are tough because, you want
Kratos
to.
for the win, he says too.
Because you probably get a couple more Kratos. But
See? There you go.
But that shipping charge. That's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a head, it's light, it should only be
Shipping
about.
and then handling, because,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm gonna use-
now handling it.
all I know is Mike Crawl, I'm going to use that hat
Uh-oh.
to clean all the fingerprints off this truck. I'm just letting you know that, because I am not getting in trouble for any greasy
Yeah.
paw prints on that.
We don't need Greg getting all grangry.
Yes, yeah, you don't want to see him when he's green, okay? But,
It's really, I feel real bad because Friday
all right, so we know this has to go
at
to
the
Mike Crawl.
store, guy comes walking in with the new Snap-on limited edition van. Oh.
It looks so cool.
Oh, man.
I
Man.
think I heard he wanted a grand for it or something.
That guy was asking 1,000. Yes, there was one on Scalers that Mike Rice tagged me, the Western New York Scalers Facebook page. A guy had one up for sale, and Mikey Rice tagged me, and I'm like, "Yo, that guy wanted 1,200."
Oh,
But Fortec 3.0 chassis, specific wheels and tires and body mounts, clipless body mounts again, with a 1950, what did they call it? It honestly looks like the 48 to 52, 53 Ford pickup grill, but it's in a van. And oh my God, interior. It has an interior with
see, what drives me nuts.
the drawers, like the tool
Oh, no
van would
kidding.
have. They don't open or anything, but it's
Oh,
you can look in the windows and see it all. And I'm just like, oh man.
see, what drives me nuts is
And lights. It's got headlight, tail lights, and it's got that damn sweet looking grill. It looks so badass, so badass.
what drives me nuts though is
And Greg didn't know about it, and I felt horrible because I should have said something. Me and Mikey Rice were talking about it a few days or a few weeks beforehand, and I saw it, and I'm like, man, that's really cool looking, but that's going to be friggin' unobtainium because you got to sign your life away on the tool van to even get a chance to get one. So,
yeah.
and then now on the secondary market, they're going for 1,000 and up.
Yeah, I think
That's painful. That's painful. But okay, I was thinking about it because I was talking with John Zittel earlier about that. I don't know the price that they are on the van because I guess, could purchase them, but a lot of drivers of the vans are usually raffle giveaways.
And I think I think that they should do that for just, like hobby stores.
And that's the one part
and me
that
and
really
Jay-
makes Greg mad.
Me,
is
Jay,
that
and Greg,
we-
and that we're talking about that.
And when I say we, I'm sorry, folks, Fields, I should
Yeah.
say that, Fields needs to get stuff like that.
Right.
Because that would be so badass to have sitting on the counter.
I know.
And I mean, hell, Traxxas can make them for Snap-on.
Right.
Why can't they make them? It would be a kind gesture to all of their places.
All it takes is for them to do, a color scheme for the business, or at least put the business logo or something on it and change it up and make it different.
The Fields logo is black and white. On the red and white body, that would look awesome. That would look awesome. We've got red, black, and white here.
Right.
No problem. I think Fields would be fine.
Yeah, so if you put that right there.
Back in the
it'll be
day,
fine.
Jay's dad, Doug, used to vinyl cut these windshield banner stickers that said Fields Hobby. So, he did all different colors.
Right,
Back in the day, also, there was a yellow and black sticker.
I remember that.
So it's not hard.
It's on one of your trucks, if I remember correctly.
I have a bunch of the windshield banner ones on stuff. I don't know if I have a yellow and black logo one anywhere.
I've seen it on something you had.
Maybe something of Greg's at the store
Yeah,
could
maybe.
have been.
Yeah, because Greg's been there
Or-
since like 1947.
Yeah, back before they invented gravity.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, he used to float around.
Damnedest thing, yeah. I mean,
Gravity sucked
Well-
him to the ground.
it was after they invented color, but right before gravity. It was a real damn thing to try to, get around before gravity there.
But I guess almost 2.5 hours. So I guess what we'll do is say
I mean, I could sit here and yammer all night long. We
We'll have
could
to do
talk
that.
about things from
that'll be our
19
24
dickety.
hour, that'll be our 24-hour challenge right there.
Yeah,
How much random?
had to use the word dickety because the Kaiser stole the number 9.
So I want to once again say thank you to Fields for allowing us to use
Yeah,
their truck.
thanks, Jay. Thanks, Craig.
Yep. Thank you guys. It was awesome,
Super
especially
cool.
getting to actually see it in person, touch it, feel it, put my
What? Shh.
put my fingers all over it there.
Oh, yeah, those. Yeah. Put those on it.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yep. But
And it's neat too, because they even did the little indent where if the door would open,
open.
the
Yep.
trim is actually cut a
that's
little
how I
bit like
That's
that.
what I was looking at when I was looking at the body lines. The hood
Yeah.
line is almost perfect where it should be. On
Well,
the
that
other
hood line, actually, where they go all the way through there, is like the Bigfoot hood.
where the
it would
tip
flip.
Yep. Exactly. Yep.
And, that's what I was going to say. When
Something
Greg opened this up at the store the other day, I went and immediately got the Traxxas Stampede Bigfoot body, the OG one that looks just like this. Walked over to it and started looking at all the decals. If you want a Bigfoot, just order up that decal sheet and you can put those
Pretty much
decals all
everything.
over this and it's Bigfoot. It's so badass.
and a wheel and tire change, and you got pretty much
Yeah.
exactly Bigfoot, you know? What a Mike Crawl. Thanks, guys. Great show. Thanks for always supporting us, Mike.
Yeah.
And next time I see you, I will give you your hat.
Or if he wants to stop into the store on Monday,
Yes.
I can take it. He can, if he's still watching, he can text either one of you or me,
Yes. let us know.
and we'll figure it out from there. And if he wants to just grab it at the store, I can take it to the store and he can
Yep.
grab it whenever there.
Yep. I don't know when the next time I'll see you, but you'll probably be in the fields before.
Whatever's
I see you.
easier for him.
Yes. Yep. Unless you're coming to the polls, we can leave it here.
It can sit here and be his too, because I thought he said something about that.
I would say it was great to see you too, JP, but I didn't see you at all. Sorry, you guys didn't do the 2 household rule where you had 2 people tune in and write fields down so you guys can get a little kind of cheating kickstart, but
It's all right.
I'll
I'm
grab
sure
it at
you
the
got a
polls.
prize for him next time you see him.
Oh, he likes the old nipple twist when he walks
Yeah.
out. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a high five or anything. It's grab the old nipple twist. Mike Kroll said, I'll grab it at the polls. So I'll leave this here then.
Awesome, sir. It will be here.
So if anything changes, we will get it to you. But once again, thanks, Kay, Greg, Dave, everybody at Fields.
Doug.
Doug, yes, I always forget about him because he's in the back and I never see him.
Well,
But
he's doing the Doug thing.
yes,
He
yep,
does the Doug thing and he's awesome. He
yep.
is an awesome guy. Everybody there,
Thanks.
except for me. I don't know.
Where
I cannot have an opinion upon myself.
When'd you get here?
Huh?
What?
Who?
Where are you?
But yes, I cannot have an opinion about myself, but I can have an opinion about everybody else, and everybody else there rocks.
Yeah, at least you know he's not opinionated. So, but once again, thank you guys. I mean, that was awesome of you to allow us to do this. Tom, it was awesome. I'm glad we got something set up here so we can do this. So you will see more of Tom on here as well. Thanks to everyone. Awesome to see a fresh truck with the local guys before the masses. Have a great night, everyone. Thank
Hell
you,
yeah.
Mike Rice. I still got Mike Crawl up there. One too many mics.
Lots of mics.
Once again, I think we had quite a few people on here at once. I'm
Mhm.
glad we had more people for giveaways, which there's the again. We will try to do more in the near future. I figured we had to give something Fields away for Fields allowing us to do this. Once again, I will put the tractor pull link in the description as well to their Facebook page. Eventually, we are going to probably try to get live on their page and not just mine.
Yes, we're
so
gonna work
that's-
on that. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. Talk to Mikey Rice because he's the one. How many mics? All of them.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's why we have to go by last names because we can't just say Mike because
Yes.
everybody will think we're talking about them. But once again, thanks Field, thanks Tom for,
Yeah.
having this place so we can do this. And until next time,
Mm.
which will
Until
probably-
next time.
which will probably be,
Saturday
Yes, sir.
morning.
yeah, too cold
9.
for me to sleep in the van there.
Yeah. No. We're not gonna do the.
Yeah, even though it's cozy, it ain't
It'd
that
be kind of
cozy.
fun to do do like a overnight stream at least for I don't know the Friday night before
Right.
from like 9 to midnight or something like that. That'd be
Yeah.
kind of fun.
Tune in, show off some stuff, talk about stuff,
Yeah,
especially before the
hang on a
polls.
little bit.
Before the
And,
polls would be cool because then we can talk more in depth, the
Right.
day before about the different trucks and different classes and.
yeah, next time down here will be. I don't know. I guess you're going to start at like 9:45 on March 4th of the polls there.
Yes, yep,
And we'll show off some more pulling stuff, answer some questions, and then jump right to watching a bunch of shit drive up and down the track.
yeah. Well, most of them will be trucks. I don't know who's gonna be putting shit down the track, but I hope my tires don't go in it.
Well, I got the gold truck. It's kind of, a poopish color.
Poopish color is right in that, yeah.
And
It's
the
coming out
brown
in
Traxxas
Yep.
truck,
The
that's
brown bomber, yeah.
a nice sparkly poop.
Yep, from the old days where you were at the old strip club there, coming home with stripper glitter through your.
Stripper.
We're not gonna get in there.
Love it.
All right, we're gonna leave it at stripper glitter.
Yeah. All right, let's start getting some of these
Yeah,
bits off air.
yeah. Told you, Mike Crawl. I don't know what that print is, but you're gonna get it on the hat.
Oh yeah. Ooh, don't want to go there.
Yeah. All right, fellas, thank you for tuning in. Until next time, what do you want to end it with?
I love you.
Okay, love you, bye.